And welcome to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You were listening to Ant and Mazz in the midday. And fellas, we are back. Of course, I am joined by Anthony Cafone, Ben Giroux, and Connor Coupin. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Mazz.
Doing great, man.
Hey, Mazz.
Welcome back, baby.
Hey, yo!
I just had to start off the show with one of those real quick. You know how it goes. Fellas, we lost a little bit of time as, match
Sadly.
week cut in a little bit, but we appreciate them. Gotta love shout out Artie and Meanie. We heard them, covering some soccer world, but now it's time to get into, North American sports, our favorite topic here at Ant and Mazz in the midday. And starting with the second major sport in North America, basketball playoffs. We're down to the final four teams. The Mavericks just stole one. I don't know about anybody else. I expected that. I think they're getting gentlemen sweep. I'm going to start with Ant because, quite frankly, his name's in the title of it. Ant, what are you liking from this series thus far?
Luka's playing out of his mind. Unfortunately, the rest of the team has not really been stepping up for this Mavericks team. Luka, I think, he's averaging close to 30 points this series. The defensive side of the ball, though, he has not been playing well. And that's just been apparent. And the Warriors have really just been keying in on that. And they've seen that Luka's really been out of sorts on the defensive side of the ball, and they're sort of keying on who he's guarding, and it's usually Curry, and they're setting Curry up with some off-ball screens and letting him go in the isolation, and he's really been just getting free looks from three. And he had, I think, 20 points in the last game, went 2 of 5 from three, didn't shoot much. Warriors really didn't, but Mavericks still got the job done in that game though. But it really on the offensive side of the ball, Luka's been doing pretty well. Defensive side of the ball, he's been a liability, and that's pretty much been the story for this Mavericks team throughout this entire season.
I feel like everybody else on, the Mavericks step up on, defense at times when they need them, but then you just see, the glaring hole of Luka. But the offense that he brings is just so much that, it's completely fine. They just kind of negate each other, But, I don't know. Does anybody here see the Mavs winning more than this game?
I do.
Yeah?
I think they can still win.
Next
They can
game
take
is
one more.
in Dallas, no? No, it's in
No, next
it's in
game's
Golden
going back to
State.
Golden State. They already...
That's their toughest one right there.
I mean, if they could steal one, it's definitely there's a chance. But after that, I don't
Oh,
really
of course,
think Golden
of course
State.
they can win, but it's if they will actually do it. You saw Memphis do it without Ja, so why not the Mavs?
But the Memphis had a way better roster than Dallas.
And Memphis plays defense.
yeah,
Memphis plays
Memphis
defense.
has defense.
they
But
got
also,
they got dogs.
Also, Dallas needs all their guys to step up. Like, Dorian Finney-Smith had 23 last night. He doesn't normally step up and drop 23. He's a mid to high teens kind of guy. Reggie Bullock put up 18. Jalen Brunson had a very nice game, 15, 5, and 5. You need all your guys to contribute.
How didn't
I mean,
Dinwiddie-
Dinwiddie had 10
the
and
game
3.
before that, I think Bullock went for 0 for 9. Him and Kleber combined for 0 for 15, 0 for 16,
Bullock
something
didn't,
like
Bullock,
that.
Bullock didn't have a good game.
But
But last night he was fantastic.
yeah, I mean that's what they need. You if they're gonna have a shot at stealing another one, because they're not getting out of the series. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
The
not
writing's on the
happening.
wall.
Steph's reminding us again that he is a 2-time MVP. One-time unanimous, first one to ever do it. And am I wrong for saying that Golden State's taking this thing everybody else? It just looks to me to be a notch below. Ben, I know you are our resident Celtics fan. How do you feel about the Celtics' chance? Just going all the way. I mean, Miami's going to be hard. The series tied at 2-2. But how confident are you in Boston's chance at winning the whole thing?
Connor, before you intrude, let me say my piece, please. I like our chances. It's a tough series. Remember, it's the 1 seed versus the 2 seed, right? Both Miami and Boston are both defensive powerhouses. Both Miami and Boston are very solid offensively. Most nights it's just who's gonna the first quarter, Boston held Miami to 11, Connor, right? Was it 11 or something like that?
I saw they had 4 points with a couple minutes left in that quarter. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on? But
It's
I think it
whoever's
was
gonna-
11 points.
It's whoever's gonna blow the other team out, right? At this point, between the Celtics and the Heat, it's whoever's gonna blow the other team out, because each game has been a blowout by at least 20 points.
No,
No,
the Heat won by 6.
The Heat won by
Yeah, the
6,
Celtics
but
came back.
remember,
I think the Celtics only got a blowout because Jimmy picked up a little knock, and I mean they only give them a day in between games. I would like to see them get a little more rest.
yeah, if they had another,
Just because I want to see the guys at their healthiest. I know on the car ride over you were saying that, just grind and go. You got to tough it out, and I'm with you to an extent, but it's
Playoffs are already
playoffs
long.
basketball.
Playoffs are already long as it is.
yeah,
There are 2 months of playoffs.
Yeah.
You really want to make that even longer?
Look at it this way: if the NBA playoffs are every 2-3 days, the NHL playoffs should definitely be every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
But that's not. If the NHL playoffs can play every other day, then the NBA can as well. You know what I mean?
I would
Yeah, I
just want to
guess.
see. I would just want to see like this series with everybody healthy. You know, Marcus Smart back, Tyler Hero back. I think if both teams are at full strength, this series would have been so much more fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's just this Miami team. I think they might have gone all that they can. I want to see them pull off the win against Boston. I just don't know if they have the offensive firepower to pull through in the series right now with Jimmy not being at 100%.
I think it's more
because he's
consistency.
been. I mean, Bam stepped up, but like Jimmy has just been an absolute dog. I mean, we don't talk about Jimmy Butler being a perennial guy in the NBA, but here he is. When he's on, he's on. I mean, he got them to a first team.
100%.
He puts up 41 points a game.
Dude,
And-
he's a
and-
monster.
When he's locked in, he is the best player on the floor.
Wait, when he's
And
dialed?
yeah, when he's dialed in, he is the best player on the floor in that series.
Yeah, I would
I think
say
he's better than Jason Tatum.
Yes, yes.
I don't
bro.
know if he's
yes.
a better talent than Tatum.
No, absolutely.
I
not.
think
I think he's more of a
absolutely
brute,
not.
Tatum-
he's a brute strength kind of guy.
Yeah.
Tatum's a better scorer.
Yeah,
like he's a better shooter.
Jimmy's a better leader. I
Has
think he
Tatum
plays with
scored
more-
over 35 this entire like playoff run? Maybe like twice, right? How many times?
I think
Jalen Brown had 40 though. Hats off.
Yeah,
to that guy.
Jalen Brown's been a better scorer than Jason Tatum
Did
this
you say
series.
Jalen Brown dropped 40?
he did.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, that's the thing about Boston. They have 3 guys that are, that's a legit like 3-man crew. I don't think Miami's a 3-man crew. I mean, like Tyler Hero's been
deep.
good. What's up?
They're deep.
Miami's bench is much deeper than Boston.
For sure, but in terms of like star power, like Boston's rocking with the bigger names right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
like Bam's cool, but like really it's just like Jimmy in terms of star
He's
power
a
to me.
defensive big.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Bam's a defensive star, but he's not an offensive guy really. Like he popped out the other day when he needed to. However, can he sustain that? I don't know. But and even whoever gets out of here, you got to meet Golden State in the final, and these are 3 guys in Golden State in Draymond, Clay, and Steph.
All-star starter Andrew Wiggins.
Championship pedigree. They
It's a
know
scary
how to
sight.
get it done. I mean, Andrew Wiggins is in that Harrison Barnes role
All-star
and looking
starter, bro.
better.
All-star starter
Should
Andrew
not have been an
Wiggins.
all-star
Andrew Wiggins.
starter, bro. That was absolutely ridiculous.
But
That
he
Andrew
was,
Wiggins
but
was
he
an
was.
all-star. It was just absolutely ridiculous.
But he was.
Just because he was doesn't mean he should have been, though.
Exactly.
Am I right? But
I don't think he should have been.
He's in that Harrison Barnes role from the first time that they went all the way.
Yeah.
But he's better than Harrison Barnes right now
Yeah.
for what they need from him. He's
100%.
playing better defense. He's more athletic, and it's just looking like Golden State's for the taking. To be honest with you,
Yeah, and they're just coached very well.
I mean, Steve
Hey,
Steve
we're
Kerr's
talking about
fantastic.
coaching now. Hold
I mean,
on.
I think Spoelstra is absolutely the best coach in the NBA, but
Here's the
Kurt's
thing.
a close second.
In this conference finals right now,
Yep.
I think out of the top 4 coaches in the league, 3 of them are still alive, and one of them just got eliminated last round by the Mavericks.
Yeah.
If Monty was here, all 4 coaches that are in the conference finals would be the best coaches in basketball. I think they are.
And Ime Udoka's a rookie.
Yeah, I think
He
Udoka
was
is definitely a top
assist-
4
he was an
talent coach.
He was an assistant last year.
Yeah, he should have been a Nets coach. I'm still sad about that.
Tell us how you
Rest
really
in
feel.
peace to Jason Kidd.
I mean, Jason Kidd's not a bad coach
No.
by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, Kids got them to a third.
Yeah.
What was a third seed in the West?
he made a great defensive system to take down the Suns. He made the perfect defensive system.
Fourth seed.
Yeah, the 4 seed.
Were they 4 seed?
Yeah.
Who's third?
Third was Golden
Golden
State.
State.
2 is Memphis.
My bad. Completely
No,
forgot.
They
but,
took out Phoenix, yeah. So yeah.
No, but Kidd made the perfect defensive
I mean,
scheme to take down that Suns team.
what do you do though? He attacked Booker and he attacked Chris Paul.
And
he
they made it-
completely neutralized both of them.
Problem is, this Warriors team I think just has better like all around scoring than the Suns team does. They have like 2 top heavy scorers in that Suns offense.
Better
This
defense.
Warriors team just could score from one guy could pop off at any
This
given
Warrior
night.
team is just full of shooters.
Yeah, so you don't really know who to really focus in on until like it's too late.
I mean, here's the problem though too is that like when you neutralize a guy like Chris Paul, he's their primary ball handler. Where Golden State has Steph, has Draymond, they can go to Jordan Poole. Like there's multiple guys that can be in that role of facilitating. and
Kuminga's
still
a good
run-
handler too.
Yeah, so they have multiple guys that like, okay, if you're gonna quote unquote shut down a guy for the night, they still have somebody to run the offense through, and they're completely different looks. Good luck guarding it. Boston to me looks like the best chance at having it if Miami doesn't get healthy, because I mean they have been picking up some knocks. Connor, how are you feeling about Miami's chances?
Game 5 is in Miami. I'm still rooting for them all the way, and I still have full faith in them. I still have full faith in them to do it. Why not? Why not them? They're fully healthy tonight. They have a bunch of questionables, but the questionables always play for them. Smart's questionable. Robert Williams is questionable. You know what I mean?
But what do you think you need out of them? Like, obviously, like guys got to step up.
Defense.
Who are you expecting to step up?
Premier
All right.
Day, yeah.
So, first thing, last game, they lost because they couldn't score. Not because they couldn't defend, because they couldn't score.
Yep.
So, as long as Jimmy gets back to what he was doing, and if Bam can do what he does again, Hero needs to step up to what he was doing in the regular season because he's averaging 20 points a game in the regular season. We haven't seen that in the playoffs. Struess. Gabe Vincent
I think Struess actually played over 15 minutes. First guy ever played 15 minutes and did absolutely nothing on the stat sheet. Just
Tony Snell did that too.
just
28
running around in
minutes.
circles.
Tony
got
Snell
some
was running laps around the court.
Was that in the
Cardio.
playoffs though?
Tony Snell?
Yeah.
No, I doubt
That
it.
wasn't in the
it was
playoffs.
regular
This is in the playoffs, dude. It is the playoffs. You cannot just do absolutely nothing, especially when you're getting minutes
Yeah.
for like a team that's this deep. Like
That's why
you
Duncan
gotta be
Robinson
better,
saw
man.
the floor. That's why Duncan Robinson saw the floor.
Yeah, that's why Aaron Nesmith is starting to see the floor for the Celtics. I mean, he was blocking shots a couple games ago.
I
He
mean,
had,
you
like,
need that
4
because
blocks.
Robert Williams is out still, right?
Robert Williams
Again, I mean.
Robert Williams is questionable, but it looks like he's going to play today.
Okay. I mean, that's big for them.
That's big
that's
for
their
them,
best
for sure.
interior defender.
One of the best defenders. Second team all defense.
He's one of the Celtics' better defenders. I'll say
And
that.
Horford's
fantastic too.
Horford's good, but he's been getting exposed a little bit in this series.
He's also old. He's 35 years old.
Yeah, but
Like, he's not gonna move the
that's
same
why
as
we're
he
saying.
was.
That's why we're saying they need a Robert
He's
Williams
definitely
back.
getting
You need Rob
exposed,
back, yeah.
So. Robert Williams is just, I mean, that guy's job is literally just come in, grab rebounds, and get blocks. I mean, that's
Basically.
Hey, don't let
You know.
UD see the floor. It's over for you guys if that happens, bro.
it. If Udonis Haslem makes an appearance, just know
Don't
the
let UD see
Miami
the
Heat
floor.
have officially
They
thrown
won
in the
the
towel,
series.
and it's a wrap, dog. Like you don't wanna
Udonis
see him on him.
Haslem.
Nah, if
will be-
Udonis sees the floor, they're up 40 and they're winning. That's
He
why.
just needs to go into like a coaching front office role. like,
Udonis
just stop
Haslem
it.
is going to be a player coach until he's 60 years old. That's just what I'm saying right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna give a guy a mill, like to just ride the bench and just show up and just be a locker room guy, yeah, you're gonna do that. But they're wasting a roster spot on him. It's time to ship him out, dude. Put him in the front office. Isn't Shane Battier like running some like analytics team for you guys?
Caron Butler is on the bench. If you remember, he was also with the Heat back in the day. Juwan Howard was doing it. He did the same thing as Haslam. When Juwan Howard stopped playing, right on the
Speaking of
bench
Juwan
with the
Howard.
Heat, and now he's
Speaking of Juwan Howard, this is a great transition. The Los Angeles Lakers sweepstakes for the next head coach. I don't want to say it's heating up, but it's going all over the place here. And Juwan Howard has officially said, "I want nothing to do with it."
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't he? He's got a great job with Michigan. Why would you want to go to LA with?
I think the deciding factor was his sons are playing in college, quote unquote. So
But why would you leave Michigan, which you're getting a good salary? Your team just made a nice run to the Sweet 16 this year, and you got to go coach LeBron, who's probably going to kick you out after the year if they don't perform
Or
well.
probably halfway through
You
it.
see what KG said
Exactly.
about the Lakers head coaching search?
No, I didn't. What
KG
he
was like, they really want to better the team with this list of candidates. He was talking down on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the number one guy that I've seen is the guy Ham from
Darvin Ham.
Darvin Ham from Milwaukee, their assistant. But I don't even know how I feel about it because their coach is just like
Terry. It was Darvin Ham, Terry Stotts, and JB Bickers. No, not Bickerstaff.
The Bickerstaff's
Kenny
good.
Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson.
Well, I
They need
think,
Kenny
I
Atkinson.
think
I
Atkinson's
love
going to
Atkinson.
Charlotte, bro.
I want Atkinson to coach Charlotte. He has a nice young guard in LaMelo. He has a nice young team. I mean, I don't
Nets
see
should
why
never
he
have
couldn't.
gotten rid of him.
But here's the thing.
It was like half a season, right? How long was he there?
2 years.
Oh,
I
2
think?
years. Never mind.
No, he got him through the bubble.
But here's the thing, right? They're saying that the leading candidate right now is potentially Darvin Ham.
assistant for the
And
Bucks.
dude, I don't know how I feel about that because I don't like the Bucks coaching, dude.
Listen,
I-
Magic
they won a
having
chip, bro. They won a chip,
Budenholzer-
bro.
That is the weakest chip ever won in NBA history. I said it. I mean, like, all the injuries that happened, it was the COVID year where it's like, at least the bubble, everybody got, like, the same amount of time off. There was no travel. There's no, like, you don't have to deal with, like, the jet lag and stuff, but there's no crowd interference, outside interference. It's like, yeah, they're away from their family, but at least it was an even playing field. Where last year was just went all over the place, and it was just a crapshoot the entire year.
Here's the thing. If we're going back to the Lakers, Magic Johnson wants an ex-player to be the next coach.
Who? Who do you want? I thought Jason Kidd. When they hired Kidd, the entire intention was that Vogel was just supposed to get everything going off the ground, and then Kidd was gonna take over. And I was all for it because when he was coaching Giannis, like we saw Giannis really take the next step under Kidd. Now I'm not saying it was all Kidd, but he definitely helped out with it, and he's a great basketball mind. I mean, I'm not really sold on Vogel. He's supposed to be like a defensive guy, and. I mean, yeah, they played defense when they had AD, but, like, nobody else was really playing defense. Like, it wasn't looking that great. And I knew I never wanted him to be the guy. I wanted Kidd to take that role as fast as possible.
It should have been Kidd.
And then when they were like, oh, no, we're going to rock with Vogel, and then, oh, Kidd's going to go take the Mavericks job, and we're going to let him go do it. I was just like, you were letting the golden ticket go right there. Kidd's the guy, I think, that could have turned this around. But now here we are, and we're talking about getting a Mike Budenholzer, assistant coach, which I'm hoping – the Bucks have been good because of Budenholzer's assistant coaches, because Budenholzer's not the guy for me, man.
And Magic Johnson actually likes the idea of having Darvin Ham as the next
he
head
got
coach.
Co-signed by Doris Burke, and low-key, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Because Doris just knows her stuff. I'm going to be honest. I do not know much about the Bucks assistant coach.
Yeah, no.
We'll see what happens, though. I think it goes beyond coaching. They got to revamp the whole roster almost.
Well, you were saying that they were looking Russ for PG, which I don't.
PG
said he would sign off for a sign trade.
Apparently, there was something that PG supposedly might be willing to sign off on a sign and trade for Russ. I don't see the Clippers doing it, but I wish that would happen. I think the most likely scenario that happens with the Lakers is that Russ is going to get shipped to Charlotte in a package that's going to revolve around most likely Gordon Hayward, as we all know is small forward, who's been overpaid and not the greatest contract, and just to really just swap off
I just
contracts.
feel like, you say overpaid, but like I don't think it was his fault. He just got a really bad...
No, he got a bad injury, but like the fact that he's still making that money, like good thing for guaranteed money because he doesn't deserve that money right now the way he's been playing.
In the NFL, oh my goodness.
And they gotta pay what's his name? What do you mean NFL?
No guaranteed money there. You know what I mean? If you get hurt, sorry.
Yeah, for sure. But the NBA, the players are a lot more protected.
Exactly.
There's not
the
as many
NBA,
players to
Major
be
League
around
Baseball,
there.
Listen, there's two trades that could work for Russell Westbrook. There's Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier from Charlotte, and you just flip Westbrook in a pick.
Yeah.
That trade works out financially.
I do that all day if they're willing.
And you ship Russ in a pick to Indiana for Buddy Hield, an expiring contract, and Miles Turner, another expiring contract.
I would take both. Either one of those trades. I don't think Indiana's going to do it because they've already, once they shipped out Sabonis, they said that they're rocking with Miles Turner. Like, that's who they want to build around. I don't see it happen.
They should. It's a very good young core. They're both defensive-minded players, Halliburton and Turner. Turner more so. But they're young, and they have good pieces around them.
Is Turner young?
He's
He's
not old.
He's got to be like 27 tops,
I'd say like 28.
He's not old, but he's also not like, rookie age.
Yeah, because he's been in the league for a while now.
26, baby.
20. Wow.
That's not bad. That's not bad, though.
I thought he's been in the league for longer than
No, dude, he's a nice young piece. It's just like he plays aggressive. Like he plays like an old man, dude. Like, I love it.
Well, think about it. He got drafted in 2015, but you can be 19 to enter the NBA. So, yeah, he's 26. It's been 7 years.
Listen, it's young. They're young.
Yeah.
Halliburton's 22. Turner's 26. They have a young core going. How old's Buddy Hield? Like 27,
Oh,
28?
no. Here's the difference. Buddy Hield was like a fifth-year senior when he came in. He's like as old as Anthony Davis, I swear to God. So, Buddy Hield
still an offensive
is 29
piece.
years old,
He's still
and
a
he's
good piece.
turning 30 this year.
Yeah.
He's a
He's
spot
still a good
shooter.
piece.
He's a spot shooter.
But here's the thing, though. I don't even think I don't see Indiana doing that. Charlotte has to pay Bridges this year.
Yep.
So they have to create that cap room for them where, like, Hayward and Rozier are taking up a lot. And they don't want to get rid of Rozier, but they definitely would do it in terms to make the piece happen. And Rozier, I could see him working with the Lakers. I mean, like, they just need a guard who can
Take some of the offense.
is just willing, is just able to pass the ball just a little bit, but they really need outside shooting.
Kendrick Nunn, baby.
Going back
Kendrick
to
Nunn
Charlotte.
barely even played this year. Thanks for that.
You're welcome,
Hey, going
man.
back to
You're
Charlotte,
welcome.
though. Going back to Charlotte, there was reports that Miles Bridges is going to walk. And there's reports that he's going to bet on himself and sign with Portland.
He should have been an
Dame.
all-star this year, man. He should have been an all-star.
Dame needs to get out of Portland right now. Miles Bridges is not
But
fixing.
since they traded McCollum for Josh Hart. Josh Hart's an expiring contract, and whoever else they got in that
Well,
trade
they're
is
talking
an
about
expiring contract.
they're talking about like Jeremy Grant, but if they get Bridges, I don't see why they would go there. But who are you bringing into Portland to help?
Well, now that they have cap space, you know.
Who's signing to Portland? Come on.
No one.
And-
Realistically, they don't have a core.
The
But if
only
they have
guy
enough
who'd
money-
want to go to Portland, I don't even think it's an aspiring contract. It's Kevin Love because he's from there. Like nobody wants to be in Portland, dude.
Yeah.
Dame
If you get
needs to
offered the
leave.
right amount of money.
Who though?
Dame's only getting older, man. He's only getting older.
Because here's the thing, like if you don't win, like you're stuck there. Dame's gonna be out in a bit. Like if I'm Dame, I'm shipping out. I'm going to find a contender. I'm looking at a Miami. You know,
Clippers.
I'm looking at a
Boston, come on. Boston needs a
No.
legitimate
What
one.
if they,
What do you mean they need a legitimate one?
Hey, I like Smart. I like Smart at the one.
And
but-
Jalen
But
Brown.
what are you gonna give up for that?
For
For
Dame,
Yeah. Because if I'm
you
them,
see, you can't trade him right now. You know, if he's a free agent, then
He's free agent next year.
yeah. So we have a couple expiring contracts. We can move money around.
yeah, I don't know, dude. Is it worth bringing in Dame? Because you guys have a nice core right now. Everybody
Yeah.
plays defense. You guys have an identity. I don't know if bringing in Dame is. I love Dame. I don't know if that helps you. The Lakers
York
bringing
might.
in Dame, that makes sense. The Knicks bringing in Dame, that makes sense.
For what, Julius Randle?
Yeah.
I think you'd have to sign him in free agency.
I'd say
for that.
RJ Barrett. Maybe a package deal RJ Barrett and maybe like a Mitchell Robinson for Dame.
If
But
you're
I
in New
like
York, do
Barrett.
you do that?
I like Barrett.
RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson for Damian Lillard.
I
Would you
like
do that
Barrett.
deal?
I'd rather.
I don't know if
rather
that money
Randall
works
Robinson,
though, because Robinson's not making that much. I think it'd have to include Randall possibly.
because Randall's on.
Like
is
it
he on a
basically
max?
like okay, so
You
the-
trade away your entire core if you're the Knicks. Just
would
for
you
Damian Lillard.
essentially would you trade picks RJ Barrett and Julius Randle for Dame?
Let me tell you this. They do that trade, and then they just hold out for Zion next year.
I would actually really like that, but I don't want to see it happen because the Knicks don't deserve good things, man.
But also
Just
Zion's
because
so
of James
injury
Dolan,
prone.
dude. Dolan doesn't deserve good things.
Zion's so injury prone though. I don't.
True.
You know, if he's healthy,
Dude,
he's
But
fantastic.
is he actually injury prone, or is I'm so convinced that he just doesn't want to be in New Orleans and he's gonna be completely fine.
He said that
Like
he
the
was gonna
first
resign
injury,
there.
I think he was fine. This one, dude, I don't know. That just looked a little. He doesn't want to be there. I'm so convinced he wants out of New Orleans, and I don't blame him. It's not a great fan base. Nobody pops out for games. Even when they had Lonzo's throwing him lobs, they're actually winning a
Half
couple of
court,
games.
half court lobs.
It was the most exciting
Yeah.
thing in basketball that wasn't like necessarily like a number one seed. Like it was exciting basketball, and people just weren't showing up. If that's happening in New York, they're there every night. You know, so,
And also, it's New York. I mean,
dude, you could put that anywhere. I feel like Indiana would pop out to see that. You know, just New Orleans is just that bad. They're probably gonna end. I've said it countless times here. They're probably gonna end up moving the franchise after 2024, and we'll see what happens. Bring
Where do you think they're
basketball
gonna
back
move,
to
though?
Seattle, man.
ooh, I like Seattle. I like that.
Back to the Knicks for a second, though.
Hit me with it.
I like that idea, though. You make a trade for Dame. You send it like a RJ Barrett and maybe a Julius Randle. Just bring in a guy. You'll be bad this year, no doubt about it. But then you get a guy like Zion next year in free agency. Maybe you go out and sign DeAndre Ayton as well.
Bing bang.
I don't
He's
know if I
asking-
want to see DeAndre Ayton alongside Zion Williamson. I feel like you need more defense to accompany that. Those are just two Zion gets blocks just because of his athleticism. Ayton's kind of a defensive hazard. I just feel like that doesn't work out. I feel like they would get exposed the second. Like if they play like an Embiid, if they play a Jokic, they're getting exposed. A Giannis, like
I mean,
guys that
with
attack
those
the
two
paint.
guys, though, you're going to get a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, but you're not getting defensive stops. I feel like, you know, because Ayton's big, but
If you
he's
keep Mitchell Robinson,
Ayton to me is just like Nikola Vucevic on Orlando, where it's just like it's an old school center who is just outdated. The game's outdated. You know, he doesn't play great defense. He could pop off for 20, but you know he's gonna get exposed while doing it. He's gonna give up 25 if you get the right guy in there. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Ayton. Ayton says that he wants out because he wants the Mac contract. I don't think he's worth it.
No.
You know, is there anybody here that thinks that DeAndre Ayton is deserving
I don't think so.
of getting that contract?
No, here's the thing.
I think you should get money, but not a max contract
Yeah.
worth money.
DeAndre Ayton is definitely at the moment a top 5 or 6 center in the NBA. That's
I'd
realistic.
say seven.
Give me your top 5 centers in the NBA.
Jokic, Embiid.
Okay.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Flip those for me, but okay.
But you can put them in any order you want. But
Okay.
they're still the
Embiid,
two
Jokic,
best.
hit me with it.
Adebayo.
Yeah.
Gotta put
Yes,
Bam.
ma'am.
Yeah, Bam.
Gotta
Yeah,
put
yeah, you're
Bam.
right. You're right.
Bam
Then
is better than DA. Yes.
I'm still calling AD a 4, so
Yeah, I'm trying to like think off
there's
the top
not
of my
many
head.
centers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, there's
That's
Karl
what I'm
Anthony
saying.
Towns
Cat,
and
Cat,
there's Rudy
Cat.
Gobert.
Definitely
Gobert, that's
Cat.
5.
It's probably 6. Yeah, you put Ayton at 6.
I don't know. I
Will.
might take Vucevic over
Rob Will.
Ayton, bro.
Vucevic has no
Rob
defense.
Will.
Vooch,
He has no
Rob
defense.
I know, but he's
Ayton at least has a little bit of defense.
yeah, but Vucevic has a 3-point shot, does he not?
Robert Williams?
Rob Will.
No.
Over
Defense.
Ayton, bro.
I'm taking Ayton.
Over Ayton?
I'm taking Ayton over him.
I'm still taking Ayton. Just because, I'm sure Ayton could get a block, if you needed it. He's just not nearly as good as, Robert Williams is. But he's going to, Robert Williams has
Capella?
never given me 20 points ever.
Clint Capella, bro.
Capella's
Man.
defensive anchor.
But that is an elite defensive anchor, I feel like. I feel like Rob Williams is getting there. I'm probably being a little disrespectful, but it is what it is. I'm still taking
He's
Capella
young.
over
Rob
him.
Williams.
You take Capella
is
over
young.
Ayton?
He's young.
I'm taking Capella over Ayton. Because I can just do so much more with him, I feel like.
Okay,
you
so
got
that's
the
8
defense.
centers right there.
So you think he's at 8? I think I take Ayton over Capella.
Ayton brings
I can see the argument.
Ayton brings a little bit more offense, but
Yeah.
Capella's just so much of a good defensive anchor. He's probably the 3rd best or 4th best defensive center in the league.
That's true, but I mean, from the center position, you can get a guy who can give you like 14, 15 with about 12 rebounds like Ayton does. I'd take that over just a guy who's a defensive anchor.
But if your entire offense,
You want a
is-
complementary piece.
you want a guy who can grab boards and just play defense.
I'm going to be honest. I don't want to build a team around either one of them.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
And,
Well,
the
yeah.
They're
Mavs,
complementary
dude,
pieces.
the Mavs are talking about signing Ayton.
The
I don't-
Mavericks. Yeah.
I don't think that works.
No.
They need defense. They need somebody down the they need a Clint
Powell's
Capella.
not
need a
bad.
Capella, yeah.
They need
Powell's
a
not
Capella.
bad though.
What's up?
Dwight Powell's not bad though.
That's fine, but you need someone better. I think if they have a Clint Capella, they'll be all right. Connor, what are you doing over there, buddy?
I'm just trying to get this mic up here, and then this thing decides
Absolute
to
rookie.
have.
This is why we have
Decides to-
pre-show setup, and he was just too busy looking up the Ice Cats losing over here.
Ice Cat's
I said it. It's a bad day to be a Miami fan.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
blown out.
Last night, the Marlins lost 4-0 or 5-0 to the Rays.
Yeah.
It was just a bad night for them. Hey, you still got Miami.
You're
you still
losing
got
the
Heat.
battle of Florida right now, man. You're losing the battle of Florida, Miami.
They already lost. They already lost. The Tampa Bay Lightning are a fantastic NFL. I said NFL, NHL
God.
franchise. Hats off to them. They have won 10 straight playoff series dating back to 2020. Look at it that way.
Do you think they're going to be the first three-peat?
That wouldn't be the first three-peat.
Well, I mean, of the last. How
Well,
many years?
let's see.
When's the last time somebody three-peated?
Oh, it's been a while.
I mean, what was it like? I think it might have been the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, either Islanders or Oilers.
Look at it this way. They have the best goaltender in the league, the best defenseman in the league, one of the best they have the best team. They've had the best team year in and year out. They have to go up against either Carolina or the Rangers.
I think they beat either of those teams.
I'm so confident in Tampa. I'm not really a hockey guy, but I'm so confident in Tampa being able to beat the Rangers or the Hurricanes.
Igor Shesterkin was the best goaltender in the regular season, but he had some playoff struggles. Vasilevsky has had 0 playoff struggle. He shut down the best offense in the entire league last series. They didn't even score a goal in the last game, and they scored 1 goal a game that whole series.
Vasilevsky's been considered the best goalie in hockey over
For
the last
years, yeah. Quite literally, he in his last 7 series clinching games, he's allowed 1 goal.
Yeah, that's insane. That's just clutch play right there. Like I said, I'm not the hockey guy. That's why Connor's on this show
Yes.
because we needed hockey guys, and he's a great personality. However, Vasilevsky's since Brodeur, that's really been the guy that
What about
you hear
Henrik?
about. What's up?
What about Henrik?
Yeah.
Lundqvist.
I don't even know who that is.
Henrik
Henrik
Lundqvist.
Nope.
Goalie for the Rangers
Not a
for
clue.
years.
That is ridiculous.
Oh,
I know you're not a hockey guy, but come on.
Nah, dude.
I'm not a hockey guy, and I knew
couldn't-
that.
Could not care less about the Rangers, dude. When I do watch hockey, of course, rooting Jersey, but
Yeah.
I have no clue what's going on with it, dude. The last time I paid attention to hockey, dude, Kovalchuk was still on the Devils. Elias and Zajac were still there, dude. I'm pretty sure Colin White was still with Johnny Oduya in the back line. So.
As a Panthers fan, I hate Tampa more than anyone, but after that series, I can't even hate them. They just completely outplayed them in every way possible. That was embarrassing. That was not the team I watched all regular season. That team will put up 5 goals a game, and they can't even put up 2. They couldn't even put up 2. It was so bad. So hats off to Tampa. Now, between Carolina and the Rangers, I have no idea who's going to win that. The Rangers just seem
I
to
think
start
Rangers.
off every series slow, and then here they are coming right back.
I'm going to
The
take
series
Rangers.
is
Yeah, they're
tied
sitting-
at 2
yeah.
apiece right
Yeah.
now.
You know why they won last night? because John Giftopoulos was in the arena.
Dude, stop it. Shout out John the Greek, but that might have been a deterrent against them.
Colorado looks like the best team. They've only lost one game all playoffs so far. They have the best defense in the league. They have one of the best players on the offensive end, like 2 of the best players, maybe 3 of the best players offensively. They're up 3-1 on St. Louis.
Take that gentleman's sweep tonight.
They could take the gentleman's sweep tonight. And Edmonton, they have the best player in the league, Connor McDavid, who is probably the best player in all of North American sports.
Is McDavid good enough to power them to the finals, though?
Well, they're up 3-1 right now on Calgary, which is supposed to be one of the better teams.
But they meet Colorado next, don't they?
That is going to be a fantastic series. Here's why Colorado wins. Because Edmonton doesn't have defense and
That's
goaltending.
what I'm saying. So I think
Colorado does.
I think the finals match was looking to be, Colorado versus Tampa, and I think Tampa takes it.
After watching what I just watched the past week and a half, I can't see anyone beating Tampa in the East. There's just no way. I just watched domination of the best offense.
And hopped on here about a week or 2 ago, and we were talking like hockey, and he says, what was it? You don't see until somebody beats Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, dude, it's another dynasty.
They're the Patriots right now.
Here's the thing.
They're the Patriots right now.
I think New York gets past Carolina.
They could
at this
definitely
point.
well do that.
I mean, Coppins and Benajad have combined for 10 goals throughout this entire playoffs. And that's just in what?
That's like 6, 7 games.
Yeah.
6 games actually. 6.
Yeah. So they have been absolutely
I lied.
dominant.
That's 8. It's like 8
On
or
that
9.
line.
I lied so much. It's actually like 11 games. It's 11 games.
Carolina is supposed to be this one of the best defensive teams in the league. Them and the Rangers are like they
Yeah, they have a good. They have one of the
two
best
defensive rated teams right now in hockey.
Carolina has one of the best goalies and have good defensemen. Yeah, you're right.
These last few games though for Carolina, I mean, they've let up a combined 7 goals. And New York's let up a combined 2. So they've been playing much better hockey lately. Granted, they were at home playing in front of the Garden, and they have a huge advantage of that. Going back to Carolina, though, this is going to be an interesting matchup just to see how New York can adapt to that away crowd.
Carolina won both the home games, and so did New York.
If the Rangers could have stole Game 1 in overtime, I watched that overtime period, and I saw Carolina scoring like that deflection.
Yes.
If New York was able to steal that game, I think this series is already over.
It's possible. You know what I've been noticing, though? A lot of New York sports figures have been going to the games, and that's just really looking good.
Oh, yeah.
For, New York sports.
Obi Toppin was there last night.
The Mets were there.
The Yankees were there. Pretty sure the Giants were there.
Yeah.
Everybody's just been, popping out, and
the whole front row is just the other sports teams.
I mean, listen, the Rangers have a shot. I don't think it's going to happen, but they have a shot. The Yankees and Mets are, looking really good right now.
Yanks first team to 30 wins, baby. We did it.
I mean, I don't know. They might drop the second after Saturday, the way they've been playing at times, dude. We'll see.
Hey, they're playing Tampa after tonight, so.
That's going to be the real test for me moving over to it. But, I don't know. New York sports fans definitely got a lot to look forward to right now outside of, really football. But both teams are starting the rebuild process, so we'll see where that ends up. I don't know, man. Moving over to baseball real quick because, it's going to be Colorado and the Lightning. And what more can we say about that?
Yeah, Colorado
Moving over
looks
to
too
baseball, I'm at the game last night, and I'll tell you what I saw for the Yankees. I'm at the Yankee game last night against the Orioles, and I'm not afraid of the Orioles. There's not one person in the lineup outside of really,
Cedric Mullins.
They just called up Rushman, who's the number 1 prospect in all of Pipeline. So.
He looked all right. He looked pretty good.
Cedric Mullins is good. Don't sleep.
Austin Hayes has been mashing the ball, especially
He
against
hit
the
one
Yankees.
last night.
Yeah.
I just feel like outside of really Trey, they gotta trade Trey Mancini, dude. Let that dude go play. Trade him to a contender, get him out of there. It's really the only guy that I'd be quote unquote all right.
And
I'm
why
a
you
little
said you're not
nervous.
scared of the Orioles?
I'm not afraid of the
They've been
Orioles.
beaten up on the
I'm not afraid of the Orioles. Even though they've been beating up on the Yankees, they're not going anywhere. This is just the team.
But you got to beat them if you're the
You
Yankees.
always have, absolutely, and that's why I don't know what's gonna happen with the Yankees because it's you saw if anybody that watched Judge last night, he struck out, had a fly out, and then he hits into 2 double plays, and Hicks actually gets on base and Judge hits into 2 double plays. It was the most frustrating thing I ever seen in my life. But however, and Stanton tweaks his calf again, you gotta be kidding me. However, when their top guys aren't performing, you see Gleyber Torres, have a career night, sparking it up again, 2 home runs. Jose Trevino absolutely needs to be the first catcher in the Yankees, bro. I want to see him as the everyday. the guy's really shown that he can do everything. And I don't even want to see Higashioka. And this is good that you're getting production out of these guys, but you got to be able to beat teams like the Orioles. They put it off last night, but do you see the Yankees sustaining the number 1 position at?
We'll see. I mean, like I said, this Rays series is going to be the number 1 test so far in this early season. They're going down to the Trop, and we all know the Yankees' history at the Trop. They are historically not great, but over these last few seasons. So if they can at least split, go 2-2, I'm happy with it, because you've shown that you could go down in the Trop and then in one of the worst stadiums in baseball. Let me just get that out of the way. Trop sucks, not great. But so you have to see what the lineup can do, because now who knows if we see Stanton on the IL. If Stanton goes on the IL, that's a big loss in the lineup, because he's been absolutely killing the ball. Then you got Judge. Judge has been the best hitter in baseball. I'm just going to say it right now. He's been
Judge is,
the best hitter in baseball.
If you had to choose a leading MVP candidate, I know it's very early. He's number 1. I think he has to be.
Yeah. People are saying Ohtani. I go, but Ohtani's not hitting that great. He's pitching well.
And we get so caught up in Ohtani just because he can do both.
Yeah.
And he's great. Don't get me wrong. But, is he going to be able, is he going to lead the league in home runs? Did he lead it last year? Is he going to be able to do that again this year? I don't think so.
No, he's not. He only has 8 right now. And he's been on a little bit of a power depletion as of late. Judge has hit, I think, 7 or 8 home runs in the last, 7 games. Just crazy
I know
numbers.
he's up by 5 in the home run standings right now. I think Trout's in second.
Yeah, Trout and Yordan Alvarez are in second. But yeah, they need to come down to Tampa. They're gonna have Nestor Cortez on the bump for the first game. Win this third game against Baltimore tonight. That's what. Get some good mojo going down to Tampa. Nestor Cortez will give you a good outing, because Tampa can't really hit him in his last few outings against them. So you do that. You win 2. You split 2 and 2 against Tampa Bay, and you're still in the same spot you were, 4.5 up on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa's such a test. I mean, it's such a good organization. They really never have big names. They never sign big names. They just basically organically grow everybody. And I'm the Yankees, dude. You got to find out who's in charge over there.
So they're the Heat
and
of
bring
the
them
Major
over.
League Baseball.
I mean, they have Brandon Lau, bro. Brandon Lau's a monster. And then you got Arozarena. You got this guy who's one of the youngest.
Wander.
Wander Franco, who's been one of the most impressive young prospects since Juan Soto.
Dude, if I'm a team with money, I'm looking at whoever's in charge in Tampa, giving that guy a blank check and actually giving him a team that he can spend with and see what he can do. Because I think you can bring home the ring after that.
They haven't, though.
Because they don't have money, though. What do you mean? The guy, they literally spend the least amount of money in baseball.
So what you're saying is you give this guy money and try to do the same formula. That's what the Yankees have been doing.
I think if you
do the Rays formula with the Yankees money, it does not work.
I don't know about that.
It does not work. The Yankees have been trying to.
I just don't think we have the guy that's able to do it, though.
Like who?
Whoever's in charge down in Tampa, right? Of developing these guys, making them allowing them to go spend money on somebody, because Tampa's basically building a team with financial restrictions because they don't want to spend nothing. All right, if that organization
but here's the thing.
was actually allowed to spend, I think they'd be all right.
Hear me out. When guys are on lower contracts, they have more to prove, and that's why they play better. Guys who have gotten the money are a little complacent now. Look at Lindor. Look at guys like Stanton. Actually, Stanton the first few years of his contract. They had nothing to lose. They got the contract. They got the money already. They don't need to work hard as much as they had to, and now they don't win as much.
Stanton the first few years of that contract won an MVP.
No, he got paid after the.
What? They signed that deal before. I remember when they signed that deal to him. That deal was before that MVP season.
I mean, I just know that Stanton, on the money that they're paying Stanton right now, is an absolute steal, and him going down is really gonna hurt, because really him, Rizzo, and Judge have been keeping that team going. The guy at the bottom of the lineup has been stepping up when they need to. But the pitching's still scaring me. At times it looks like one of the best bullpens in baseball. Not the best, but one of the best. And then at other times, it's just they completely fall off. Last night, not a good outing.
Michael King did not have a great outing.
It wasn't great. I mean, Montgomery didn't look too great.
No, Montgomery was fine.
He was all right.
No, Montgomery was fine.
He didn't look like, oh my God, you know.
But he's not that guy.
I know.
He's not Garrett Cole. You can't expect a Garrett Cole performance every night from a starter.
Yeah,
Montgomery
I
will
think
give
they
you.
just left him in too long. I think that was a
Montgomery will
Boone
give you
decision.
6 innings, 2 earned runs, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what you need. The Yankees offense should be putting up those runs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think Odor took him long. Took him yard yesterday.
Michael King.
Yeah. Oh, he took King?
Yeah.
Because I know.
I think Hayes took Montgomery long.
You're right. Hayes took Montgomery long. I just felt like Boone left him in just a little bit too long. We started seeing him slow down. It was all right. But
I have a friend. I have a friend who's a Yankees fan who says Chapman should not be the closer. Y'all on board with that?
Yes.
sadly,
He doesn't have velocity. Clay Holmes.
Yeah, Clay Holmes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he also said Michael King too.
No, Michael King. He hasn't been given the high leverage spots yet. He's been pitching in like the 6th inning, giving him like 2 or 3 like innings just to be like a sort of buffer guy in between.
Middle relief
games.
guy?
Yeah, he's a middle relief guy. Until you give him some more high leverage spots, which they kind of did last night. They put him in a 1-run game, and he kind of gave up the lead. So I don't know if you could trust Michael King yet to be that closer position. I think Clay Holmes is a good option.
Yeah, Clay Holmes has been great.
He's pitching like a .4 ERA or some
.4.
stupid
It
like
was
that.
.4. Yeah, he hasn't given up a run in who knows how long.
Yeah, he's something stupid like that. I mean, Loaizaga has been horrible as of late. I think he's tipping his pitches. That's what I think he is, because he's been throwing fastballs right in the like lower outer half of the plate, and guys are just taking them deep the other way. So he's got to be tipping his pitches somehow. So if you're Matt Blake, you got to work with some of these guys because you know the talent's there. Loaizaga was probably a top 5 reliever in baseball last year. So if you can get him back to form, he could definitely be your closer. And Chapman just went on the IL too, with I think Achilles injury.
Well, there they go. There's their chance to find a new
so
closer.
this is your time to experiment a little bit if you're Aaron Boone. See who that guy can be going forward.
I'm rooting for Clay Holmes. I like him. I think he keeps the ball on the ground. We've seen him at times. He looks dominant. And I think the Chapman days are behind us. I mean,
Well, he's a free agent after this year.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pay him.
I can't blame you on that. He used to throw heat, dude. I mean, he was throwing the hardest ball in baseball at one point. And now it's like, if you get a hold of it, it's almost guaranteed to go out of the park. Like, guys are so used to facing, like, Chapman, especially, like, in these crucial situations.
Problem is they're trying to get him to pitch. And I think he gets in his own head more than any pitcher I've seen. He looks up at the board and sees his fastball's to 96. It's not what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a little, like, subconscious, like, oh, they're going to hit 96.
I mean,
If you put it in a good spot, they're not going to hit it.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about a guy who was capable of throwing well over 100, you know. Seeing that depletion, I mean, like, that's definitely got to mess with you. I mean, 96 is great for a lot of guys, but for a guy that's used to being able to throw that, you know, you ain't what you once were. And I can see that definitely messing with him. I mean, it's just like, insert any sport ever, like a basketball player, like the shot not falling, you know. It's just kind of like the same thing, you know. So, and we've seen, like, the yips, as everybody likes to call it, happen. We'll see what happens, though. I think Chapman might be done in New York after this season.
Let's go to the other New York team.
Oh, yeah, the Mets.
The Mets. I mean, they lost a heartbreaker.
the
last night.
Metropolitans, Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson
did
absolutely.
things to that team.
Here at 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, the voice of Montclair State. You're listening to Mazz in the Midday, and we are now about to start covering the Metropolitans.
The New York Metropolitans.
And where you want to take this?
Well, all right. I thought you were talking to me. Okay.
I just said, and where do you want to take this?
I thought you said, where are we taking this? Okay. So they took a tough loss last night, 13-12. They dropped 12 runs and lost.
They were down 8-2, then they were up 11-8. Jock Peterson hit his 3rd home run to make it 11-11. They took the lead, then they lost the lead because they hit the Giants. Got on they had 2 outs, right? They got 3 men on base with 3 soft infield hits.
And by the way,
Scientifically possible!
But it was.
And by the way, Evan Diaz is not that guy. He is
Yeah.
not that guy. Mets fans were trying to convince me, Evan Diaz is supposed to be the best closer in baseball. He had that one year where he was really good. He has not been as average. They paid him this money, and he has been bad. 2/3 last night, 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and the Jock Peterson walk-off home run. This guy has shown time and time and again that he cannot close out games. And the Mets are starting to look in other directions. I mean, they They've been losing Ottavino in some of those high leverage spots
Yeah.
lately. I mean, they've shown that they are willing to go away from guys like Edwin Diaz. So,
Hey, listen, their pitching's really struggling. They just saw Scherzer go down. We know that DeGrom's been out. They're talking about Bartolo Colon as a potential.
he hasn't pitched in, 3 years?
I don't know, but they're talking about it, and I'd love to see it. You know, I'm not saying that he's gonna do anything, but hey, you got nothing left to lose, and you just need somebody for a nice little short-term replacement. Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't. He has a great career. I don't know what his stuff will look like 3 years out of baseball. I think they should go look somewhere else. Maybe look at the farm system, see if you could pull a guy up, and hopefully they can be that option in the rotation. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, they got to figure something out because putting up 12 runs and losing, I mean, that's the most sickening thing I've ever heard of. How do you have that much offense and manage to get outscored? You know, in baseball, we're not talking about basketball here where points just come all over the place. Like, sometimes, dude, a lot of baseball games, we've seen games literally end, 1-2.
Yeah.
You know, putting up 12 runs and losing, I mean, just completely unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, Edwin Diaz, this was his first appearance this year, and that's why it was not great. But the Mets only have 3 saves from the relievers this year. Lugo has 2, and May has 1. So they're more than not winning by blowouts.
You mean to tell me Diaz only has 1 save or no saves?
He's no saves. That was his first outing last night. First outing of the year.
Edwin Diaz, his first outing of the year last night?
Yeah, it was.
What? No.
You guys have been. Somebody's been lying here for the last.
I've been watching him
couple of
all.
minutes.
I've been watching the Mets.
I'm looking at his stats right now. They're saying he's got 1 performance.
Maybe that one game. Diaz has like 8,
Why
9 saves
why
on
is
the
it saying
season.
he has
10
2/3
saves.
of an innings pitched?
And just
Diaz has like 10 saves on the year.
I'm looking at this ESPN
and
app right
just
now.
like that,
I'm looking at-
Anthony Cafone has been exposed.
No, I'm looking at the ESPN app and it says he only has 2/3 of an inning pitched right now.
That's Elias Diaz. That's Elias Diaz, right? It's a different guy, no?
Inconceivable.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, this is a different guy he's looking at right now.
No, it's Edwin Diaz.
Oh well, man. Let me tell you, ESPN, you got to get on it because Edwin Diaz.
ESPN's giving out false facts. Almost made me look like an idiot right now.
First outing of the year, Mets have 3 saves. I'm like, what is going on? Something does not sound right. Because, yeah.
Look,
Connor, can you actually find the correct
Yeah,
statistics?
Diaz
on
has
that?
10 saves.
Because,
He has 10 saves.
Because right now, ESPN and Anchorphone here are just sketchy
ESPN's
right now.
giving me
Absolute
some
schmucks.
ESPN's giving me some false stats.
Yeah, Diaz has 10 saves. He's 1-1. And he has 34 strikeouts with a 2.89 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP.
Yeah, all right, that sounds right. That sounds right.
And now that we just got to our schmuckiest moment here at Mazz in the midday here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, I think it's the perfect time to give out our Schmuck of the Week award.
Oh, my favorite
this one
segment.
is a little late because it happened earlier, we run on a Wednesday to Wednesday basis here, so anybody could catch it between that Wednesday, and it definitely has to go to the Yankees prospect who was stealing players' equipment and selling everything. I mean, dude, come on. How are you? You get drafted, you get the shot to make the big bucks. Here you are, you're playing in the most storied franchise, in the system of the most storied franchise in all of MLB.
Jake
Sanford.
Sanford.
Jake Sanford.
Yes,
Jake
man.
Sanford had found a way to throw it out the window.
He wasn't a high prospect.
Third round pick, though.
He was a 3rd round pick. I think it was 4 years ago.
2019, yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So he wasn't
I mean, third round in the MLB draft is
Crazy.
Yeah, but he wasn't high on the Yankees' radar as of now.
no, for sure, but
So
that's fine.
and also, when you're in the minor leagues, you are not making money.
He was ripping off fans, stealing from teammates.
You don't resort to that. You
Dude.
don't resort to being a scumbag.
You can't say scum. No, but I don't think we can say that, but that's all right. You're killing me.
No way. I can say that.
You definitely cannot, but I don't know. We'll find out. That might be a little. We'll get confirmation on that one, but I had to hit it because I'm all possible, and my name's gotta go on this sheet, so we'll see what happens there.
I think you can, but that's not on the.
I don't know,
show,
but he's
whatever.
an absolute schmuck and not a good guy, and I don't know what you're doing. And I get what you're saying. You're not making the money in the minor leagues, but you have a shot to eventually make it up at some point. It's not like we've never seen anybody hang out in the minors forever and not get a shot up at the majors. I know he didn't blow the shot because I think another team ended up picking him up at
Did
some
they?
point. Yeah.
Best part is his Instagram comments. You should see those. It's a great.
Can we
comment
talk
section.
about those here or no?
Well, his girlfriend's just defending him, all in the Instagram
mean,
comments. You know, as she should.
I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how you defend that though. I mean,
It's her man. She got to do it. She
I mean, I
got to do
guess
it.
you
Yeah,
gotta.
I don't
respect
see.
the ride
I
or
don't
die.
see anything saying that he got signed though.
Oh, nothing. No one picked him up.
No.
I heard that there was some interest in him, but I mean, why would you? That's
Why
just-
would you?
Why
Yeah.
would you? If
Yeah.
you were
Poor guy.
even considering it, that guy doesn't deserve a shot. I mean, that is a cancer in the locker
I know
room
you're
right
not making
there.
money, but that doesn't give you the right to do
Dude,
stuff like that.
you are eventually gonna get that shot. You're in a better. You could potentially get that shot. It's on you to make that happen. All right, you're hanging out down in the lower leagues, and it's hard. I understand that. However, you're just completely threw everything out the window. Now you're never getting a shot. I mean, dude, how many people? Think of how many people just in the United States alone. How many people actually get the shot to play a sport
Yes.
for money? This guy's getting paid to play a sport.
Less than 1%.
That's what
Slim.
I'm saying.
And
And
most
this
of the-
guy
yeah.
was just to make a couple extra $100, just threw that out the window. Absolute schmuck of the week. There's no defending it. This might be the worst schmuck of the week that I've ever had on
I don't know about that.
here. Who's your worst one so far?
Probably Shefty. After the Dwayne Haskins thing.
Yeah, Shefty was pretty bad.
That's gotta be. I mean, but Shefty didn't mess up his career with that.
No.
Nah.
This
I
guy
guess so.
ruined his career. Like Shefty didn't mess up the money, dude. We
Yeah.
look at him in a different light, you know. But the Dwayne Haskins one, like that didn't. He's still gonna be here.
Shefty's still getting the bag.
You know. So where Ben, welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
Ben's first words.
Hey, I took a little
Ben's
break for NHL and MLB, so hey.
Not Ben strong suits. That's all right. But here's the thing. But Shefty didn't mess up the bag. This guy literally just ruined his future. Now he's got to go get a normal job like the rest of
Yeah,
us.
Jake Sanford,
Congratulations.
Come work at
schmuck of the week.
McDonald's with
You
me,
may
bro.
be the worst schmuck of the week of all time.
You're gonna see it, Jake, at the local
Jake
shop right
Sanford
soon.
right there, dude.
Well, we already established that at the end of the year, we're getting all the schmuck of the week. That's the longest boo ever.
Yeah, but he deserves it because he's an absolute schmuck. He's the very definition of the word schmuck.
But we already established that at the end of the year, we're taking every schmuck of the week we have. We're putting them in a poll, and we're having schmuck of the
You
year.
should have a bracket.
Oh, like March
You should do
Madness.
a
Schmuck
Like
March
March
Madness.
Madness.
Schmuck Madness.
March
Schmuck
Madness.
Madness.
Alright, so we gotta write down every schmuck of the week and just have like a schmuck.
And you have to
That's
seed
on-
them.
That's
Right
on you.
now-
That's your show.
Right now,
That's on you.
I think I might
We'll
even
do,
be
we'll
giving.
do Twitter polls.
I'm gonna be honest right now. I think I might also just be giving out like just the one instance of just like the biggest schmuck instance. This is my leading candidate right now because the guy
Oh, this is your
messed
one
up the
seed?
bag.
This is your one seed?
My one seed right now. He absolutely messed up the bag, dude. You just ruined your career.
He's
over nothing.
Gonzaga. He's
He's
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
You know?
Jake Sanford, the Gonzaga of schmuck bracket.
You just disrespected Gonzaga. right
Schmuck
there, but that's
Madness,
all right.
bro. You have to seed everything. Yeah, you gotta seed everything, and then you. Gotta
Who would be
throw it
like the Oral Roberts or like the what do you call it? St. Peter's. Just
You, bro.
I the chef because you never thought that he would do something that dumb.
He's like St. Peter's. He can go all the way to like the Elite Eight.
Potential, but I think this guy still beats him out. But we'll see what happens. I wonder who's gonna get the most schmucks of the weeks.
Who are all of them
the
so
Brooklyn
far?
Nets
I
when
can tell you-
basketball starts again.
Potentially, but
Ant got the first one. The Nets had one.
Yeah.
Shefty had one. Sanford has one.
Ant,
Who else?
start writing.
Who else had schmucks of the week?
the
That might be it.
Phoenix fans
Phoenix
for
fans.
burning Chris Paul jerseys.
Phoenix fans? I thought
Phoenix
we
fans.
also did the Suns in general too.
Yeah.
Because of
No, the Suns just I don't think they call it schmucks of the week. They just call it like a boo, big boo for having that awful
they
performance.
call it Nell. That's what they did.
You know, but they got called out. We chewed them up pretty good here, but no, it was the fans for burning Chris Paul's jersey because that guy made them relevant. So yeah, we're not working with the smartest bunch right now, and that's exactly what I like to see. However, this kid, I already forgot his name.
Jake
Sanford.
Sanford.
Jake Sanford, I don't think is getting a reoccurring one because I don't think we will ever hear from him ever again. Congratulations, buddy. We went from barely talking about you ever because there were some circles in baseball talking about you because, you know, prospects in minor league, they got their fans. And now you're going to be forgotten 5 years from now until some schmuck somewhere goes, you remember that guy who stole from the minor league team?
Or you run into him in
Absolute
a shop, right? Because he's ringing you out.
Yeah, I mean, basically. But, fellas, I think this is a good time for a break here at 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, and Mazz in the midday coming right back at you. All right, welcome back to 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair. You were listening to Ant and Mazz in the midday. And, fellas, I think it's time to move over to some NFL talk. Anybody want to take it anywhere? Hit me with it.
Well, I heard that Roger Goodell was talking with the NFL league office, and they're maybe thinking about changing out the Pro Bowl.
They're talking about just.
I heard they're
out.
like taking the game
taking
out.
it out, yeah.
I'm all for it.
You for it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's.
I don't watch it either, but like.
Who watches it? It's a joke. Nobody hits anymore. You know, I mean,
It's just 2-hand touch. It's just
essentially
two-hand touch football.
just do a 7-on-7 at that point.
Yeah.
They're thinking maybe doing like a flag football game.
I mean, probably makes more sense. Guys are picking up injuries more than ever now. Who really watches
Flag
the Pro
would
Bowl?
be interesting.
I feel like they need to add more events to the Pro Bowl weekend. I mean, you used
Yeah.
to see like the like quarterback like challenge type thing.
They still do
Oh,
that,
like
I
the
think.
throw, like
They
who could
still
throw
do
the
that.
They
farthest.
see who can throw the furthest, all that stuff. But like, add more stuff. Like, I want to see like offensive linemen like 1-on-1s. Like,
Yo, that'd be fun.
give me stuff like that.
They
Or like a
Oklahoma's just
wide-
they wouldn't
Oklahoma's
do
in
that.
the.
Or like
They
a
wouldn't
wide
do that.
receiver, like who's the fastest? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
They do
that
who's the
already.
fastest man. Yeah,
They do-
Micah
what's
Parsons
his
won
name?
that last time.
Fastest man, they do.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I just want to see like just like 1-on-1 matchups. Like, I want to see like. Take like a Pro Bowl wide receiver, Pro Bowl cornerback, and just like
Yeah.
let him go. Like, I want to see like Ramsey line up 1-on-1 with like, I don't know, DeAndre Hopkins, and let's just
Oh,
see
that'd
what
be fun.
happens. You
That'd
know?
be fun.
I think that would be a really good time.
Yeah, you do like you do 1-on-1s. Maybe you do like a track like event. Like you do like hurdles, and then you do like a javelin throw. Like have like a whole like track weekend or something like
Have
that.
A
the
whole
have the
Olympic.
linemen do
a whole
shot
Oli-
put.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
Do long jumps and stuff like that.
Linemen do shot.
Marquise Goodman was an Olympic long jumper. He'd ace that.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see like different events because the actual pro game, it's boring, dude. Since,
Throwing different sports.
ever since like Sean, what do you mean?
Throwing
by that?
different sports in the Pro Bowl.
in terms of
Have them play like
basketball?
5v5 basketball. That'd be fun.
Imagine
Have them play
Miles
5v5.
Garrett getting up
Well,
there.
they do-
Miles Garrett would throw it down, bro.
You saw
he
the
was in the All-Star game.
You saw like the
He was
what's
a
it
celebrity
called?
All-Star game.
They do like Madden tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh,
which,
that'd be
I
Derwin
don't,
James.
I don't want to watch guys.
Derwin
play
James
video
is
Yeah, I don't.
nice,
I don't
though.
want to watch Madden.
We just go on Twitch for that. You know what I mean? We don't
Yeah,
need
why
to.
do I want to watch pro athletes play video games? That's just.
I mean, you
Derwin
can watch
James
Kyler
appa-
Murray. He's probably streaming right now.
Apparently, Derwin James is like really.
Derwin
nice
James is
at
nice.
Madden.
Derwin James.
Like
is
he
nice.
beats actual pro players.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, like I said, they got to just change it up, I think, or just. I don't want to say cancel the event altogether, but I don't know. Also feel like, like that week between like playoffs and like the big game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Pro Bowl is usually like held within that. Like,
Yeah.
do the Pro Bowl after the big game.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because there's guys like I'm sick of like seeing like the replacement because there's guys going to the big game, so they're not going to like the Pro Bowl. But it's like I want
They
to see
used
them
to
there.
do it that way.
Yeah, I know. That's how I want to see it because it makes no sense like having all like these alternate guys unless it's due to injury. So.
Well, more alternates means more Pro Bowl spots for players. If you look at it that way, you know what I mean.
But why would I want to see the guy who's not like considered the best at the
Mac
time?
Jones in the Pro
Hey.
Bowl?
Hey.
Nobody wanted to
Come
see
on.
that except for like unless you're from the New England area. Like
wanted
we
to
didn't
see
ask for that.
I wanted to see that.
Ben,
I love
you're a
Mac
Pats
Jones.
fan.
I love Mac Jones.
I'm sorry to hear that. Not the guy, but
Zach
all right.
Wilson's better, man.
It's the next Carson Palmer. That's his ceiling right there.
Well, that guy was an All-Pro, so
That's
Yeah.
all right. I mean, but he's not taking you all the way. That's all right.
almost did.
I guess time will tell.
Almost only
Time will
counts
tell.
in horseshoes, my friend.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
I don't know.
If
Time will
almost
tell.
in butts were candy
Time
and
will
nuts.
I don't know.
Time will tell.
Let's go to
Tua turned the ball
AKA
over? Yeah, all right, buddy.
the worst arm in the NFL.
Noodle arm.
stop, man.
Tua turned the ball over.
He's got a
Yeah,
noodle
sure.
arm, bro.
Don't
And
make me
Tyreek Hill, like this whole week, has just been like going out and saying like, no, Tua actually is accurate. Like you guys don't know what you're talking about. Everyone's like,
Yeah, Tua's
Yeah, all right.
accurate. Just
you're also his
until
teammate. You
get
get to step
after-
up for him,
until you get after 10 yards.
Man.
Is that why Devontae Parker wanted to leave?
I don't even know.
bro. You're trying to
didn't wanna
steal.
leave.
You're trying to steal Lamar
That's-
away.
Yeah, you're funny.
I'm telling you right now, Tua will never compete in that like quarterback who can throw the longest ball because I'm convinced he can't even get past 45 yards.
If we're doing the shortest ball competition, then yeah.
The slant competition.
Here's the problem, right?
Michael
Like,
Thomas wins.
They picked up Tyreek Hill just so he could not get a long ball. Like there's
Yeah.
no point.
Stop. You
like,
don't
he-
know this. You are. Nope. This is not happening. This is not happening because he's going to do it this season. This
Miami's
season.
third.
What is he gonna do this
It's a
season?
breakout season.
Miami's gonna be third in the AFC East, dude.
Man.
They're gonna be third place.
Could have broken out with
You
Jalen
put
Waddle
all
last
this
year.
money into Tyreek, and you're still gonna be third place.
Teron Armstead. Stop. It's not just Tyreek. They got the rest of the team around Tua. Tua's the
gotta-
X factor. He has to be good.
Dude, just keep on praying for the Heat because that's the only thing that Southern Florida sports has got going right now.
Well, the Panthers just lost, so I can't say that anymore.
Yeah,
The Marlins are not doing
And
their
Miami
thing, so
is not doing anything.
Inter Miami is Inter Miamiing.
Don't
Let's
even
go
get me
Canes,
started
bro.
there.
Let's go Canes. Mario Cristobal turning this whole program around.
Oh God. All right.
Yeah, listen, I am also a fellow Canes fan, but they're not going all the way. You know, there's something to look forward to, but it's a nice rebuild.
Go Dolphins. They're doing it. Playoffs.
No.
They're winning.
Should have
a playoff
traded
game
for
this season.
Deshaun.
Yeah.
I said it.
What'd you give out? Tua and what would they have given up if they were to do that?
They definitely had picks, didn't
Oh, 100%.
Well, you have to give
Miami.
up Tua.
Could have given up Jalen Phillips too.
No.
I mean, to get Watson,
get
I would have
Deshaun
done.
Watson,
If
I
I'm
would've.
Miami, I would have done whatever it took.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's okay because
It's an
if
arm
two
and a
is
leg.
bad, let's say two is bad, right? Let's say, then Lamar Jackson gets to come to Miami, so it's all good.
Stop it.
Yeah. right.
That is and how,
I'm not ruling out because it very much could happen.
and how afraid are you? How afraid of that scenario are you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it would be sad, but I know the Ravens are like actually giving him fair offers. Like he's not gonna get an 8-year contract. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. He has the chance to go. He's from Florida, right?
Yeah. I
And
mean, he just opened like a business chain, like a restaurant chain down there.
Okay, and he has the chance to go play with Waddle and Tyreek Hill, aka two wide receivers
He ain't
that
gonna
have
have
been
a good-
better than he's ever
I'm gonna say
received.
he's not gonna have as good of no line down there.
That's all right, but he'll have guys that can actually. He's used to just running for his life anyway, you know. So, because he takes off, you know. So,
Yeah.
just doing that in the backfield a little bit, he's all right. And now he actually has two guys that can make plays from him actually throwing
I
the ball.
mean, he
down.
has a top 2 tight end in all of football right now.
Yeah, but does that mean that much compared to having two legitimate threats on either side at wide
Well,
receiver?
you don't know what the Ravens got. I mean, I know that we always say that the Ravens don't have like a good free agent wide receiver class, but they have a solid first round option in Rashad Bateman. We don't know what he's had some breakout games in his rookie year. He was hurt most of the first half. When he comes back next year, who knows? Maybe he could be a 1,000-yard option. I mean, they don't. Devin Duvernay is more of a special teams threat.
Got rid of Hollywood,
If you
but
had
for
to
first.
put your money on it right now, do you think he's going to be better than Waddle?
Oh no,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Waddle or Devontae Smith?
what do you mean?
Who's better?
Yeah.
Waddle.
Or who's going to be better
Waddle.
also?
Ooh, who's going to be
Waddle.
better?
Waddle.
I really like Devonta Smith.
And so
bro.
do I.
I was high on him coming out of college.
I just
Because he
think
won the
he's
Heisman
undersized.
Trophy. You know how hard that is as a receiver to
Yeah,
win
but
the
we'll
Heisman?
see what he's made of now with AJ Brown, like actually having like something else there.
And
'Cause
Waddle
at
with
least-
Tyreek Hill.
Waddle has Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
What's
so we'll
up?
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both got a superstar.
And
next
Waddle
year now.
without Tyreek Hill and Devontae Smith without AJ Brown, Waddle had the advantage. He had a
And
better year.
Devontae Smith has Dallas Goedert, and Tyreek and Waddle has Gesicki, so you know they have those big tight ends. It's pretty, honestly. This is time
Yeah,
to
I'm
find
gonna
out.
be honest too. I think Smith got the better quarterback with him. So
Jalen Hurts.
That's what I
Jalen
agree
Hurts is
with
kind
that.
of the guy.
Hurts over
I
two
agree.
all day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They also value that Hurts can also take off. Tua is not really that fast.
Yeah, that hip injury.
Hip injury really took away his mobility. So
Did he really have all that much mobility before then?
yeah,
He had more than he does now. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, he looked.
Hey,
pretty
he
good at
trucked
Bama
that
at
one
times.
guy on the Jets last season.
oh, that one guy on the Jets.
The
yeah,
one guy on
that
the
one
Jets.
Also, it's the Jets. I mean,
Oh,
come
of
on.
course. Our
Oh,
favorite.
whoa! Don't disrespect the Jets right now, man. They
I
are
will do it.
shaping
I
up
will do that
for a nice rebuild.
I will disrespect the Jets.
guys
all
love
day,
to disrespect
every
the
day for the last. There are the Jets forever.
Dude. The Jets have a better quarterback than you do right now, from what it's looking like. That I'm staking the claim right now.
Oh my
He will have.
God.
I think he's gonna have a better year than Tua.
think
I
is the
think-
key word
I
in that
think-
statement.
No,
No.
I agree with
I'm
Mazz
telling
on
you
that.
right now.
Agree.
Listen, this is coming from a Pats fan over here. Obviously, Connor's a Dolphins fan. But here's the thing. I think Tua might have more like potentially like touchdowns, but like his touchdown to interception ratio is gonna be way worse than Wilson's. I think.
Zachary Wilson is about to be Xavier Howard's #1 quarterback.
God.
I don't know, dude. Do you not think that Zach Wilson's a better raw talent than Tua?
Raw talent. No.
I think he has more talent. He throws a better ball. He's more mobile. Throws better on the run, and he did all that without having. Who do you have? Elijah Moore, really? Like,
Eli Moore, Corey Davis. Yeah.
you know? I mean, dude.
well, they just drafted
that
what's his
kid-
name?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, yeah.
Give that kid
And they got a tight end. They finally have a tight end for the first time
Did
in
they
years.
pick up Uzoma?
CJ Uzoma.
He's not that good. I'm sorry.
No, but he's better than what they
I
have.
have to set the record straight. CJ Uzoma is not as good as everyone says he is.
I'm not saying that.
He's not like the best
He's
tight
not
end
a
in the league.
receiving tight end.
He's a solid tight end.
He's a run blocking tight end.
He's a solid tight end.
He's better than
He's
what
a
they had
run
before.
blocking tight
Yeah,
end.
he's better than
Whatever it was there before. Orion Griffin was that his
Ryan
name?
Griffin.
He was contributing to big game.
Yeah,
To
big
playing
game
in the big
Cincinnati.
game.
Yeah,
You know,
He's the longest
He's
tenured
got to be doing
Bengal.
something right.
He got hurt in the AFC Championship game, so he really didn't even play.
He was still one of Burrow's favorite
He
targets.
still got him.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I'm telling you, I had him in fantasy. He was not.
I had him in fantasy too.
Yeah, for the first 5 weeks of the year. Then afterwards, he didn't do anything.
I picked him up halfway through the year.
He didn't do anything. Nothing.
man, the Uzama slander, the
Uzama
CJ
slander's
slander
crazy.
is off the charts right now here.
Oh,
What's
we can
going
make
on?
we can make it Tua slander right now.
Now, okay, let's change. Let's
CJ
stop, let's
Uzoma
stop.
last year, 49 catches, 493 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Ben, can we do our?
And Ben has been exposed. here
Nothing.
at Aaron
He's
Madden
not a
Midday.
receiving tight end. He's a run blocking tight end. That's
Ben-
what he does.
Ben, can we do our weekly Carson Strong praise?
Oh,
Yes,
we love Carson Strong.
The Eagles starter, soon to be, right?
Soon to be.
Soon
I'm
to
gonna-
be.
Gardner
pose-
Minshew out.
I'm
Jalen
gonna pose
Hurts
a-
out.
Okay,
Carson
okay.
Strong.
Hold up.
I'm going to pose a question to you guys. This was a sort of mailbag question for Twitter. We're going to try to do a little bit more of these in the coming weeks here on Mazz in the Midday. Pro Football Focus put up a poll on May 20th on their Twitter. Which cornerback duo is the best?
Oh,
they
you
gave
guys are
four,
just
they gave 4 options.
Oh boy.
Xavier Howard and Byron Jones in Miami. Packers, Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes. Baltimore, Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. Or the Eagles, Darius Slay and newly acquired James Bradbury.
Ooh.
Who's the best cornerback duo
these
of those 4?
questions, man. They're such dolphin hunter questions because I have my. Oh, okay. Not the Eagles one because like Bradbury just got cut for a reason. Look
Because
at
he was
that.
getting paid too much money.
Yeah, 'cause he's not performing to his
almost 11
contract.
mil.
But he's still
Exactly.
he's still very, very good.
Yeah, but they have other holes that they really needed to fill, so I didn't like that take. That was a boo from me.
Eric
right there.
Stokes had one season. You know, Jair Alexander carries that duo.
Go ahead.
Come on now. I mean, Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters, they had bad seasons last
Marcus
year.
Peters didn't even play last
exactly.
year.
Listen, I would still take that Baltimore duo though. I still would.
And now we just added Kyle Fuller to the mix. Come on.
Yeah, but you're talking about the
Talking about
duos, here,
duos
buddy.
here.
We're talking about the duos.
Yeah, that's true.
We're talking about the whole
I'm
defense.
not talking about units here. We're talking about duos.
I'm talking about Marlon Humphrey specifically. Not Peters didn't play yet. He did not play. But Humphrey had a down year. You know what I mean?
But also
But it
that's
happens.
correlated because he didn't have Marcus Peters on the other side.
Oh, so he needs Marcus Peters. Dang.
Maybe. You take.
I mean, we're talking about duos for
Yeah, I
We're
know,
doing this.
Yeah. Of course, they all complement each other. What's your answer, Ben?
Baltimore
What's your answer, Mazz?
going into the season or just like raw talent type.
going in, I think.
It's probably
Yeah.
gotta be Baltimore.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, like coaching kind of goes into it. And, like I just trust in Baltimore's like defensive
Yeah.
schemes because why not? You know they've been defensively
Well, we got a new defensive
minded
coordinator
forever,
this year.
You know?
Who'd you pick up?
Mike McDonald from Michigan.
Oh,
We let Wink go, and Wink's now DC in New York for the Giants.
That's going to change everything right there.
Oh yeah.
You
100%.
think? You think?
For the better or for the worse?
To our audience, I was being sarcastic. It's not going to change anything.
Yeah, the Giants still have a long way to go, fellas.
Yep.
I mean,
Daniel-
Daniel Jones ain't the guy.
I was about to say that.
Daniel
too.
Jones ain't the guy.
I don't know. Some
I like-
Giants fans
listen.
still think he's the guy. I'm like, what are you looking at? What are you watching?
I like Mac Jones better than I like
Me
Daniel
too.
Jones.
Me too. I would
Mac
take
Jones, baby.
Macaroni
You know,
Jones
and
over
I
Daniel
listen.
Jones
No,
for
you,
sure.
Ben, you don't understand. Like I literally cannot stand Mac Jones. I don't think he's that good, but I'll take him over
Daniel Jones. That's for
Jones any day of the week.
That's for sure.
Because I think Mac Jones at least could be a system guy. I don't think he's gonna win you a game.
I can see the Giants getting like a Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud next year in the draft.
They got to do something. I'm telling you,
CJ
dude.
Stroud would be interesting.
They
with
should
the
be looking at
Giants.
Baker.
Ooh.
You think they should trade for Baker?
Ooh.
Trade for Baker.
What would the trade be?
Hey.
You gotta add
It's
Saquon a part of that deal. You can,
No, because the Browns are good at running back.
yeah, I know.
They don't
but,
need
like,
running backs.
You gotta get Saquon out of there too, man. He's just taking up too much. It's the same. Listen, taking up way too much. He's not doing it. He's never on the field. Saquon's good, but like
When
the
healthy.
injuries, exactly.
He's
the
good when
injuries
healthy,
are
but he's
just
never
way
healthy.
too much.
They
man.
could have had Quentin Nelson instead of Saquon.
I think this would have been the year to do it, man. I mean, like they used their picks in Neal and the edge rusher.
Thibodeau.
Those were good picks. So I liked it, but they was really could have went and got them a quarterback. But they seem to be building everywhere else and worrying about the quarterback later, and that's been proven to work. So good for them. But I don't know. I feel like keeping an eye on the Baker stakes.
They just got to find their guy.
Here's one way to look at it. As my one friend says this all the time, as a team, you don't draft a quarterback when you have to draft a quarterback when the rest of the team is already there. That's kind of when you draft a quarterback when you're ready to win.
You build from the outside in.
And then you draft the quarterback when you're in win now mode.
Offensive line first.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Yeah.
And that's the Dolphins' last thing, it seems to be all the time.
Yeah. That's because they don't know how to build a team.
They're figuring it out right now.
Tua turned the ball over.
Dude, I will. God, you guys passed up on Drew Brees back in the day. You guys do nothing right.
Okay. They failed physical Drew Brees, so then he goes to the Saints. And I'm like, why? Even though I was like 4 years old, so I didn't really have any idea what was going on still.
He was 4 years old.
Dude, you guys failed somebody else, too, recently. I'm pretty sure that they were looking at was like, oh, no, might not be worth it. I can't remember who it was.
Well, Tyreek Hill's there. It's all good.
You think he's going to make that much of a difference?
Yes.
Give up an arm and a leg.
Generational arm and a leg. They give the 29th overall pick and like a couple more, a second, and 2 fourths and a 6th. It's fine.
Arm and a leg.
Arm and a leg.
For a wide receiver. I can see that haul for like a really good quarterback, but for a wide receiver.
Devontae Adams was 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, because
But
Devontae
he's
Adams is
also
better.
he's the best wide receiver in football.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek's top 5,
Yeah.
Exactly.
but you're giving up that much draft capital for him? Really? For a wide receiver? You already have Jalen Waddle and Gesicki, and you give up that much for a Tyreek
Gesicki is
Hill?
franchise tagged. He might not be on the team after this season.
Okay, so
Sounds like your problem.
Does sound like a
Worth the
problem.
trade to me.
Fellas,
Worth the trade to me.
moving along, though, there's reports, not that I'm putting much stake in it, but there's reports that Deebo Samuel missed out on OTAs and was chilling over in Dallas and is reportedly supposed to be really close with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott.
You're loving life right now.
I don't know how we make it happen, though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
You have no
with
money.
The money that they saved from Amari that they gave to Gallup.
You would have to include Zeke in that deal.
That is fantastic.
Does the
If
money doesn't line up.
You
if
couldn't.
San Francisco
does
takes
the money line
that,
up?
Yeah, I think so.
But I also think San Francisco has pretty good running backs as it is. They have Terrence Mitchell. They got
Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell. There's another guy, Terrence.
hit him with it.
Oh my
You
god.
got this. Let's
And-
go.
Oh my
yeah.
God, you can do it.
Woo,
Come on, Ed, you can do it.
I am.
Trey Sermon, but he
That's
doesn't
all right,
play.
Trey Sermon, yeah.
He doesn't play that much though, so that's
And they're gonna let Raheem Mostert walk too, probably.
Dude.
Mostert's already on the Dolphins.
I'm finally at the admittance stage
Of what?
It might be time if you can move on from Zeke. I think you might have to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
I like
He's
Pollard.
RB2. He
I
is
like Pollard as
RB2.
your
Pollard
one.
is the RB1, and Zeke is the RB2.
I feel like Pollard's only RB1 because like
He can catch passes.
yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Like it's when they bring him in, like the spots that they bring him in, like you don't necessarily expect them to go towards him at those times.
But
You know?
also, I think Zeke's a better pass blocker.
I would agree.
So
Like I still think that Zeke's a better talent than Pollard. I just think Pollard just gets used in the right situations, especially.
he
Like,
fits more within the scheme that
Yeah.
McCarthy brings.
yeah, because he's more of like that like scat back kind of look. You know,
Yeah.
he's like a poor man's.
Darren
CJ
Sproles.
Jordan Montgomery.
I was gonna say McCaffrey when he's healthy.
Yeah.
You know,
I
he's
agree
in
with
kind
that.
of like that same.
Listen,
thing.
like, I'm talking about
He's a receiving back.
McCarthy's system, like Ty Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what sort of Tony Pollard's sort of like build is and sort of like
Yeah.
game is model like.
I don't know, but
If
if
that
they
trade
could snag
happens,
up
oh my
Deebo,
For Zeke and like other stuff, yeah. My goodness.
That would literally be an arm and a leg trade.
San Francisco, what would San Francisco be doing at that point? They would never take that. There's no way.
Well,
Like,
they're probably gonna go back to the rebuild then, because
what else are you gonna do?
what else are you gonna do? I mean, they got a good offensive line.
They can't be rocking with Garoppolo anymore.
Well, they've already said that they're gonna get rid of him.
They have to.
It's either cut him or trade him, and
Just
they
get
pay
him
him.
off. Just
Trey
get him
Lance.
out of there. I don't even know who would want him, to be honest with you.
And did Shannon ever really even want Trey Lance?
I don't even know. I mean, why wouldn't you? The kid.
the
well,
front
they gave
office
up
want him?
3 first-round picks to get him, so someone
Here's
wanted
the
him.
thing. Peter Schrager, he's
they were thinking about getting
he's the
Mac.
senior writer for Fox Sports. He said on the Pat McAfee show, he said the 49ers aren't going to trade Jimmy G for 20 cents on the dollar. They're going to want a huge haul for him.
What huge haul are you going to
What
get for
haul are you
Jimmy?
getting for him? The guy's
I don't
Jimmy
know.
Garoppolo.
I don't know, but here's the thing: Garoppolo's still a winning quarterback when he's healthy.
Yeah, but he gets really benefited from the run game and the defense.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say he's just assistant manager. He's not winning
Yeah.
you a game. You're winning games in spite of him. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Jimmy G. And
If they
like,
won the,
I can't even think, dude. Who's really gonna want him?
You know what?
Maybe
the Falcons.
Giants.
The
You know what?
Falcons. All they have is Mariota.
Possible.
You know what?
What?
New England.
I could
We'll
literally.
take him back.
I could literally.
You're gonna pay him all that money?
Have it.
Sorry,
if,
Mac.
If Mac wasn't there, I could see that because the Godfather of football. It was very high on him. He was ready to give up Tom.
Loved him.
Was ready to give up Tom to keep him. I don't know though. I don't see them giving up that much. Like if he gets bought out, definitely sign him just as like a backup.
Yeah, 1
like,
year. Yeah.
I could see that happening, but
Wait,
they're not
speaking of-
trading for him.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Tom, real quick.
Yep.
Did you guys watch any of like the match?
No.
No.
It's that golf tournament. So it's Brady and Rodgers versus
Okay.
Allen and Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And Brady was roasting all of them.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
It was
Yeah.
so fun. Tampa Tom doesn't care anymore, bro.
He's the most winningest quarterback of all time. He can do whatever.
No,
he
but
wants.
he doesn't care. He was like Aaron Rodgers. What does Aaron Rodgers got third anymore? Devontae left him. and soon they cut to Aaron. He's just like,
Oh yeah!
He's sick of
just-
his teammate. He's just sick of his teammate.
dude, Tom Brady. I don't watch it because I don't want to watch amateur golfers golf. Like, who cares? But it's just like
the slander is
the
hilarious.
slander and the actual entertainment value of it. It's
yeah.
just so funny.
Yeah, who could?
I'm gonna be honest. I would like. I'd probably watch that. Like if I had nothing else going on.
Exactly.
Like I'd tune into that just to see. Like I'd be interested to see. Okay, what can pro athletes do in other sports settings?
Yeah.
So
Steph Curry's nice at golf, though. I will say that.
yeah. I mean,
Apparently, Mike's really good at golf too. Michael Jordan.
Yeah. But he also bets a ton of money on it too, so I wouldn't want to ever golf with him.
He bet 10 racks on himself golfing. Yeah.
imagine just being like, I got nothing better to do, but I'm gonna hit these 10 racks real quick. and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
fucking golf.
really.
But here's the thing, though. You got to get pretty like comfortable doing it when you played against Charles Barkley for so long, and Chuck had that
True.
awful swing for years.
You got
You
the
know,
stop.
He had like
motion.
that 2-part like stop right in the middle of it, and then like just hack at the swing. Apparently, he's fixed it. Good for him. Shout out Chuck. but-
Shaq's still gonna roast him about it.
I'm sorry. Charles Barkley has way too many commercials. Way too many.
No, but my favorite one is what's the is it the FanDuel one? Or something?
I don't know, but he has
I
at
like
least
that
one
one.
commercial on every single commercial break.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It could be a different company. I think
Doesn't
he has like
even matter.
he has like 10 commercials with like 10 different companies, and at least one of them's gonna play every single
Yeah,
commercial
it's the
break.
same thing with Shaq though.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I'm sorry. I think Chuck has more than Shaq
Let
the
that man
FanDuel
get
one
paid.
with Chris
Why you
Redd,
hating?
too.
because I don't want to watch him on my TV screen when it like
It's not for
it's
you.
a dumb
It's-
commercial.
look at the demographic, man. That's for the older demographic. That's not for you, bro. So of course, it's
Do you
for
really
guys.
think the old demographic wants to see Charles Barkley in their commercials?
It's somebody that they recognize. It's the same reason why you see Joe Namath on all like those life insurance things. That's the marketing key. It's getting at people. It's like, oh, I remember him. He's from my time. They're marketing our parents at that point. It's like, oh, Charles Barkley. I trust Charles.
Charles
Why not?
Barkley's more of a guy for the younger audience than he is the older audience. More young people are watching Inside the NBA than they are watching like any ESPN show.
But your
don't know,
parents
I-
will
I-
still remember him from when he played in the NBA if they watched the NBA. He was a big name too.
Yeah, they also talk about his golf game. That's more of like an internet thing.
Like, come
that-
on,
that
dude.
people
Like,
watch.
you see, like, Shaq on, like, icy hot commercials, dude. They're hitting, like, the, 30 to 40 demographic right there.
Yeah, that's why you see Steph Curry on the crypto commercials because that's our demographic.
He's got so, like, that's it. Like, the Charles Barkley commercials aren't for your aunt. You're not supposed to enjoy them. Let the man make his money.
I gotta watch him in the middle of every single
Let him
Yankee
get
game.
the bag,
And
bro.
listen, dude,
Let
he
him
found
get
a
the
way to
bag.
get the bag, and I guarantee you, if you had the opportunity to get that bag, all those bags, you do it. You embrace it.
Yep.
Bring on all the icy hot. Bring on all the old man
Bring on the life
objects.
insurance,
The
baby.
AT&T.
Give me the life insurance.
I mean,
Matt
listen, you
Stafford
cannot
and the
blame the guy.
AT&T.
Listen, we know that him, Kenny, and
Ernie.
are going to be stepping away at some point. I don't know how long. I'm hoping it lasts as long as possible because I really enjoy the program.
Probably another season.
Program. What am I,
Probably
like
not-
50?
it's probably
program.
it's probably gonna be another season after
But-
this.
Listen, I enjoy it. I don't want to see it. But, like, hey, it's coming to an end, and you might as well cash in as much as possible.
Well, D Wade's gonna be taking Kenny's spot, right?
Yeah,
I
dude,
believe
Let's
take
go!
it's going to be D. Wade.
Lefko. Adam Lefko.
Lefko's going to be taking that Ernie role.
Yep.
And I believe it's going to be rotating between Candace Parker and Tracy McGrady.
So Wade
Yeah.
and Shaq
I
are
like
back to being
that,
a duo.
actually.
Yeah. What's up?
Wade and Shaq are back to being a duo.
It could have been
Yeah.
Kobe, man. It could have been Kobe.
Stop it! You just broke my heart right there, man. Dude, they said that he was supposed to sign on. Like,
Yeah.
it would
I
have been
would've loved to
fantastic.
see that.
I would have paid to just see Shaq and Kobe go at it because it's like, Chuck gets like his shots in on Shaq every now and then, but like Kobe would
could
just
go
be
in.
actually going at
Yep.
Shaq. Where it's just like, what's he gonna do? Bring up the ring conference? You will never hear ring talk from Shaq ever again if Kobe was on that show.
Yeah, Wade and Shaq aren't gonna go at it. They never had anything like that. There's only good moments between the two of them, so that's not
Yeah,
gonna happen
because
yet.
there was just a nice passing of the torch. It's like, hey, we need each other or we're going absolutely nowhere.
And they took Dallas in 6 games.
Connor, how old were you when that happened?
I was 4.
Do you remember that series?
Absolutely
Could you even pronounce
not.
basketball at that point?
No, but they were down 0-2, then they won 4 straight.
I mean,
That
Connor talks like he lived it, bro. I
Yeah,
love
that
exactly.
finals.
Like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Like,
It's like
stop
if I
it.
talked
that
about the
finals was
2008
probably
Celtics.
we talk about like stars collapsing in like the biggest stage. Dirk collapsed that series, big time.
Hey, nothing like
He made
LeBron.
up for it in 2011,
That's
though.
all right though, because LeBron
Yeah,
collapsed
yeah,
against
yeah.
Dallas, right? So
Dallas Mavs.
I love how
Miami
we just
Heat
go all
rematch.
over the place and then we end up just right back here with basketball.
Mavs Heat
I mean,
round
it's-
3
Hey,
this year.
basketball is round. Our conversations go around in a circle.
mean, Me,
it all comes
me and
together.
Ben are just round figures. This is just how it works.
Did
You guys have an
expose
orbit?
like that, but hey, I mean,
What's up?
oh
You guys have
man.
an orbit?
No, I'm not Peter Griffin, dude. you just don't throw it just like an apple.
Yeah,
That's
just like
such an underrated episode. It's like, I'm not that big. Peter, you have an orbit.
look at this, Peter. Look, watch this.
I'm just waiting for like Kenny to just like say that to Chuck one day. Like,
Yeah.
that would be fantastic.
Oh, one joke he did make to him, because when Chuck turned 52, he was like, "Now your age and your body fat percentage match."
Hey, since we brought it back to basketball, I've been seeing the recent conversation is whether or not Steph Curry's a top 10 player all the time.
He's just outside.
Ooh. Yeah, I think
I'm
He wins this
also-
championship, he's in.
Who are you replacing though?
Well,
I'm
Will-
with you, Will.
Well,
That's. Can you replace Wilt Chamberlain?
I don't know, dude. Duncan might be falling off for me.
Duncan's at 5 for me, man. I
Yeah,
have too much.
You
respect
have
for
the
Duncan.
most
Maybe Karl
disrespectful.
Malone.
I'm too respectful.
Karl
I have
Malone?
Duncan up there too. I agree.
Number 5 all time.
So, like definitely like 5, 6 years, something like that.
That's my boy right here.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, Tim Duncan is that guy.
I actually wrote down my list the other day. I sent it to you and I sent it to you. I didn't send it
Yeah.
to you.
Phone for the people. Give us your list again.
All right, I did top 20 just because.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Just give me the 10, buddy.
But I'm just gonna give this reason why I wrote it down, just because every time we
We
talk
talk
about
you
it,
for
it
that.
has to come up. So then I just remember, I was like, you know what? Finally, I'm just gonna do it.
Before you start, I need to know, just like disclaimer, does yours ever change? I feel like I
think-
rearrange mine every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
mine does.
rearranged mine yesterday.
Okay.
All right, so as of right now, number 1's Mike.
It's got to be Mike. If
Gotta be
Michael
Mike.
Jeffrey Jordan isn't your number 1, I don't even want to talk to you about this
It's Mike.
conversation.
Yep.
Then it's LeBron, number 2.
Okay.
Fair.
Kareem 3.
Stop it.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the 3rd best player of all time. Kobe 4.
Stop it. Get some help.
And that
Too
was the
low.
Jordan commercial too.
That's just too low, bro.
Kobe's 4.
Kobe, to me, Kobe's the 2nd greatest player of all time. But we'll get
Whoa!
I've said it. I've said it.
Okay.
Duncan's 5.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I
high.
like that. I like
That's
that.
too
The big
high.
fundamentals, number 5.
Over Shaq.
Best
Yep,
power
Shaq
forward of all
6.
time.
Shaq 6.
Duncan over Shaq is blasphemous.
Duncan's got 5 championships, more MVPs.
That's fine. He was never as good as Shaq was.
Dominant. All right, I'll give you Shaq, but Shaq didn't have the work ethic Tim Duncan had.
That's fair, but imagine if he did.
Imagine if he did.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause
but,
he
got-
that's the biggest one.
He's got listen. He's
That's
got
the biggest
4.
what if, though,
He's
man.
got 4 and a scoring title. Not having the worst.
I think Tim has a scoring title.
I think.
Not a shot.
I think he does.
Not a shot.
Let me see.
We gotta look this up now.
If Tim Duncan has a scoring title, I'm gonna fall out of this chair right now. might just have a cardiac event, dude. Stop. There's no way
Let's
Tim Duncan has a
see.
scoring title.
We're looking right now.
It's the worst year of basketball if he does.
We're the
Worst
worst
years
years
of
of basketball.
basketball.
Come on. Don't disrespect Timmy D like that.
Dude,
bro.
I think KG's a better player, dude. I've said it so many times. Listen, Tim's awesome. 2nd greatest power forward in my.
All right, no, he did.
Greatest
he,
career.
He didn't
but
win a scoring
talent-wise.
title.
No, he doesn't have one.
There's
didn't
not a
score-
shot. I.
But he has 15 all defensive teams, 15 all NBA teams, 15-time All-Star, 5-time NBA. Come on. 5-time NBA.
He's
champ.
great. There's guys that
8-time
are better than
defense
him.
first team, bro.
2
There's guys that are better than
MVPs,
him.
3 Finals MVPs.
I think. Listen, you also have to factor in the teams that these guys were playing for. I mean, look at Bill Russell, dude. Bill Russell's got 11
right.
chips. He's
11-1 in the
And
finals.
how many Hall of Famers on that team? Like, you got to factor in the time, the space, everything around it, dude. I mean, like, you're rocking with Pop. Granted, Shaq had Phil Jackson, but he left Phil Jackson. He went to Miami, and he kind of got lazy. And Shaq had the potential to be the greatest player of all time.
So then after Shaq, I got Magic and Bird, right back to back. 7-8.
Okay.
7-8, Magic, Bird.
Yep.
Then Bill Russell 9,
Okay.
I like that.
and then Wilt 10. That's my top 10 as of right now. Then you go outside the top 10. Steph's 11.
Yep.
Dr. J 12.
Okay. I kind of.
It's a little bit high, but I like it.
I kind of actually have Jay slightly over Steph. I think if Steph wins another title, then he can skip him for me. But
Yeah.
dude, Dr. J was that dude, man.
Hakeem 13.
Hakeem's pretty low for me, but all right.
KD 14.
A little too high for me.
Then I go Dirk 15.
Okay.
Karl Malone 16. Iverson 17. KG 18. Oscar Robertson 19. And David Robinson 20.
Iverson 17 over D Wade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Iverson's
pretty
just a better
obvious.
scorer. Better scorer.
Oh, but that's the talent over accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
He has 4 scoring titles to Wade's 1,
One.
but Wade has 3 chips.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like Wade is the second greatest.
I
I'm
don't have
sorry,
Wade in my
the
top
third-
20.
I mean,
I don't have Wade in my top 20.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
I put David Robinson in my top 20.
I got Wade over Robinson, dude. I got Wade over Robinson.
David
Come
Robinson
on.
was dominant.
I
in the
think I got
90s.
Wade. I love Iverson. I think I got Wade over Iverson.
Me too.
You know, I mean, of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
Jordan,
I'm
Kobe,
surprised.
Do I put Wade over Oscar Robertson?
Iverson.
Wait, over who?
Oscar Robertson?
You could.
No, I put Oscar Robertson deserves those flowers.
For what?
Oh,
Wait,
Wade over Oscar
No,
Robertson.
I don't think so.
I'm a rock with it.
Wade over Oscar
eh,
Robertson?
Yeah,
I
can
think so.
Yeah, I didn't think you didn't have Oscar
I can rock with
Robertson in there. What?
He was 19.
Oh, he was 19.
Number 19. All time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if Steph can win this chip, get a Finals MVP, I think he goes right into my top 10.
Yep. He'll replace Wilt.
Might
Maybe
re-
Bill Russell too.
I was
Maybe
gonna say-
he goes
I
up
was
to
gonna
9.
say, he might replace Russell for me. You know,
Bill and Wilt.
I respect Russell, but it was a different time, man.
Yeah.
Dude, Bill, but you gotta. I always say this when we talk about Bill Russell in regards to like the all-time list. Bill Russell did not have as much competition as some of the guys now. We know this, but the guy he did compete against was Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
They were the 2 guys.
Yep.
If they were like, Wilt had 5, Bill had 6, I would put Bill much lower. Bill won 11 over Wilt.
11-1, baby.
He didn't lose one. I don't think Bill Russell ever lost a championship, did he?
I think he's 11-1.
Will is like 1 in like 6.
Better than Elgin Baylor
So
going like
he
0 for
just
7.
dominated Will every year they played.
Yeah, but how
it's
many-
a different story. If they were like neck and neck, then I would put him lower. But Bill was just so much more dominant than Will when they played against each other. Even though Wilt was putting up numbers, Bill deserves it.
I don't know, dude. To me, it's kind of like comparing like.
Yeah, Bill Russell lost 1 final series.
What year was it? 50 something?
The guy was
His only loss was to the St. Louis Hawks and Bob Pettit.
Yeah, that was 50s, right? 50.
Let's see.
They say a year.
I'm looking. 57-58.
Yeah.
Lost
Okay. Yeah.
two,
That
lost
was
4-2.
that was probably his first finals appearance too, right?
Second.
Yeah.
The first one he won in 7 against Bob Pettit and the Hawks.
See, here's the problem with Bill Russell was that dude. At the end of the day, he was essentially just a defensive anchor, which is like great. Every team needs
And he can
one.
get boards too.
But that's a little overrated for me, man. Like that's why I got Will over him than him.
You have Will over him?
Because Wilt's gonna give you the boards.
But Bill
Wilt's gonna give you
dominated him when the
scoring.
time mattered.
But look at the team that he had around him, dude. He was also playing with Havlicek. He also played with Kuzi. Pretty sure Tiny Archibald. You know, there's some actual ballers
Sam
around
Jones.
him. There's some actual ballers around him. Where I don't remember how long Wilt was on the Lakers, but I mean at the time he would have been rocking with like Jerry West and I think.
And but
like,
by
Elgin
that
Baylor.
point he was battling with
Goodrich,
Kareem.
Yeah.
Elgin.
By that point he was battling with Kareem for the top center spot in the league.
Exactly my point. So it's like, who was Wilt? I mean, dude, come on. Who was on the Philadelphia Warriors at that time?
They had someone nice.
Dolph Shays.
Dolph Shays. No, wait, was he?
I don't remember.
At that point?
Is that
Whoever
the Shays or
it was,
Billy
it's
Cunningham?
Was
Not
Shays in the 70s?
I don't remember.
Listen, whoever
I'm just
it
naming
was,
old guys from the Sixers.
whoever it was, it's. Why are you just naming old guys from the Sixers? They're two completely
Because I'm
different
trying to, because I
organizations.
can't think, man. I'm trying to think of like who played with Will.
was the
Yeah,
Philadelphia
but,
Warriors.
Like, it was Philadelphia Warriors who ended up becoming the
Then I'm in a
The
Sixers.
different
Sixers
era.
didn't come
Ben
around.
Jarreau
I'm in a different
exposed for
era.
the second time right
I'm
now.
in a different era.
You're in the
here.
wrong organization, my man. All you got is the state right. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
wrong
Dolph Chase
era.
played for the Sixers, not the Philly Warriors. Yeah.
I just wanted to know what that one did, to be completely
Dude,
honest.
That's
with
the
you.
SpongeBob movie.
Context.
That was from the SpongeBob movie.
I'm glad you knew that because you just said, "Hey, buddy, SpongeBob," and I was expecting something like a long, drawn out.
That was from, like, the
SpongeBob,
Goofy
like,
Goober.
Hey, buddy.
That was from the movie in the Goofy Goober like.
You have too good of a memory for this right now.
Dude, I remember SpongeBob stuff from
That is
my childhood.
ridiculous.
Wilt Chamberlain had Hal Greer.
Okay, that's fine, but like it's not having Kuzi, Havlicek, and everybody else,
Yeah.
you know. So for me, like I gotta give Will. You gotta look at the context a little bit. So I gotta give Will his flowers. I got Will.
I was
over-
right. Billy Cunningham. He had Billy Cunningham.
You didn't say Cunningham.
Yes, I did.
You said
I
Dolph
Shays
Shays.
and Billy Cunningham.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said I heard the Dolph Shays. I completely missed the Billy Cunningham. But either way, I mean, for me, I think I got Will slightly over, and I think Russell would probably drop out if Steph. No, you know what? Duncan's dropping out for me. I said it. It is what it is.
This man is just a hater on Tim Duncan.
Dude, I mean, Tim Duncan is essentially.
The owner of the Phoenix Suns.
What?
Tim Duncan.
What are you talking about?
He beat them in the playoffs every year.
Oh.
No.
Dude, well, you know the things that's going up with, like, the ownership. I thought, like, he was, like, a part of an ownership that just.
no.
Like, something just came out. I was
Yeah.
like, what did I miss? You
Yeah,
know?
Tim Duncan owns the Phoenix Suns just like he did all those years ago.
I mean, that's fine. It's not a big accomplishment. Everybody
Yeah.
knows the Phoenix Suns.
Dang.
Fellas, we're coming up here on 9 minutes left. Yeah, I really
I
enjoyed.
thought we were gonna
everybody
go a little
coming
bit over today.
Do you
'cause
wanna go a little bit over?
Yeah, we had some of our time cut into.
You got to.
Oh,
out.
man.
I don't know if there's anybody after us, but we'll see where the conversation goes. But I don't know. Is Steph the best point guard of all time?
No.
It's still Magic.
Second
Magic,
best point guard.
Irvin,
Second best.
Magic Johnson.
It's still Magic. Magic's still
Magic
number
1, Steph 2.
I think I might have. I think after if this happens, I don't know, dude. Steph's getting some major boosting points here for me.
That's
But,
a fair
like,
point. That's a
here's the
fair way to
thing.
look at it.
Is Steph really a point guard?
Yeah.
Yes,
Stop it. I don't. I'm so
Oh my
sick
God.
of this
I
new
think no, but hear me out.
Wait, you
hear
think
me
he's a
out.
combo?
Hear me out. He's a combo guard. He could be point guard
Dude,
or shooting
he's
guard.
a shooter.
He's not
He's
a. You're a
Whoa,
primary
whoa.
He's
point
a
guard.
point guard. He's
Okay.
a point guard, dude. He's the primary ball handler. He's been a point guard. Like, I'm so sick of this. Like, yes, there's like 20 different positions in basketball, but at the end of the
20
day,
different positions in
at the end of the day, Steph is not a traditional point guard. He's not John Stockton.
That's what I'm
he's not
saying, though.
CP3. He is the main scorer, but he's also the main ball handler. Like, he's
Yeah.
the point guard. Like, he initiates the offense the bulk of the time.
Yeah.
You know, yes, he just so happens to have the ability to play off ball.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's fantastic off.
That's why. But that's why I make him as a guard.
but listen,
He's just a guard. He's
No,
not a
he's
point guard
not.
or shooting guard. He's just a guard.
Nah, dude. It's the same thing with Iverson. I'm putting Iverson as a point guard.
Yeah, he's a
too.
guard.
No, he's a point guard, dude.
Iverson. Is
Iverson's. I thought Iverson was more of a shooting
I
guard.
thought he was,
no?
too.
Yeah, Eric Snow played point guard for those Sixers teams.
Iverson
was
was the primary ball
do you
handler. I'm
know
calling him a point guard, dude.
How do you know?
How do you know
He
this?
plays 2K. He is the all-time
Fair
roster.
enough.
Oh man. But
yeah,
yeah, but some of the
Eric
shooting guards
Snow.
are the primary ball handlers, like D-Book.
D-Book is not the
Not the
primary
primary
ball
Not with
It's just
CP3. Not with CP3 there. Before that.
Yeah, but if CP3 is not there, then he's not the primary ball handler. I
Yeah,
know what
his
you're saying, like
campaign.
before there, but like he's not playing that. Like, look at what he's doing now. This is the best D-Book is ever going to be. He's a shooting guard.
No, yeah, he is
know.
a shooting guard. I'm aware. But he was still the primary ball handler on that Suns team when CP3 wasn't
I
there.
just feel like you just got to category. You just got to like put these guys in categories, and that's just where they got to stay. And it is what it is because we compare them. And what are you gonna do? Compare
Yeah,
like all guards? That's gonna get so hard at that
But
point.
here's
Yeah,
the thing.
Because who's ever gonna sit there and be like, oh, let's compare Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant? You're not gonna do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, let's compare like Steph Curry and James Harden. Yeah, for like the era, but not for like the way that
Yeah,
like they're
But
playing.
Mazz, here's the thing.
Even
You-
though that they're closer in styles of play than him and CP3. My bad. Go ahead.
here's the
Ben.
thing. You can qualify some point guards and some shooting guards. You can qualify them as just guards in general. But there are some,
Jerry
there are
West.
some-
Jerry West.
Exactly. Jerry West is a good example of a guard.
Still
but
a
there
two
are
for me.
still some guys who have an exact position. Like Steph Curry is a point guard,
Yeah.
right? Like D-Book is a shooting guard.
Oh, like Patrick Beverly ain't no
Pat
shooting
Bev,
guard.
Pat Bev is a point
Is a
guard.
point guard.
He's
Yeah.
a point guard.
I feel like, dude, listen, guys can have like secondary positions and that fine, but like just in terms of like categorizing it, you got to just hit it with like Jerry West is a 2.
Yeah,
You know, if you're talking about Jerry West, you're talking about him amongst the greatest shooting guards of all time. You're not talking about him amongst the greatest point guards of all time.
Like as far as like Jimmy Butler, that's the perfect definition of a wing, shooting guard, small forward type guy right there.
Jimmy's a 3 for me.
Jimmy is a 3 for me as well, But he was a 2 at the start of his career with Chicago. He was a 2 all those years. And then once he goes to Minnesota, then he was still a 2. I think he became a 3 in Miami.
I feel like you got to look at the guy in the best years of like their career, and that's just like going to be like their position for them.
Well,
and
I'd
it's
agree
just
with that.
hilarious because I hit Tim Duncan in the 4 spot, but like he's probably a 5.
What?
He played 4 for most of his career.
Yeah, Thiago
Played
Spiller.
5 for a lot of the
a lot of the
yeah.
back. No, but a
Or
lot
he
of the
had
back
different
end.
looks with it.
A lot of the back end of his career, LaMarcus Aldridge was playing the 4. He was running the 5. But
No,
then,
also-
then again, his best years, Robinson was the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So
And
that's why I'm
so-
rocking with him at a 4. But like there
Yeah.
is an argument that he is a 5. But
When-
I'm calling him
Well,
a 4.
when they
towards
were
the
winning
tail
those
end of his
finals-
But when you
career, yes.
talk about
Hold
the
on,
greatest
one at a
power
time.
forwards, you talk about Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
you don't talk about him as the greatest center. Yeah.
That's why I have him at the 4. But I could see like that's the closest argument for me in that one. But yeah, Timmy D definitely getting knocked out of my top 10 if Steph.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
dude.
Crazy.
Blasphemous.
You
A
really
15
have
time-
He's not better than Wilt.
A 15-time All-NBA selection, Tim Duncan.
no. he
8-time
is.
all defense.
He's
First
not
Tim
better than
Duncan played in the best era, most competitive era of basketball, and was won. He won.
Ain't
He
lying.
won as much as
5
Kobe.
times.
He won as much as Kobe.
Ain't
Yeah.
lying.
You have Kobe as the second best player of all time.
Ain't lying.
Kobe's better than Tim Duncan. It's not even
Okay,
close
yeah,
for me.
I give you
Yes.
that.
Not even
But
close for me.
you're saying that Kobe has the same amount of
Yeah,
championships
but
as Tim Duncan in the same
can,
eras.
I can look at Kobe and look at a lot of those guys and be like, Kobe's busted. I don't know if Tim Duncan's. I don't think Tim Duncan's busting Wilt, dude.
yes.
No way, not a
The
chance.
footwork.
Not a chance, dude. This guy was reportedly stronger than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's getting bodied, bro. Getting bodied. All right.
If you give Wilt modern day training, I agree with that, but he did not have modern day training.
I don't even think he needs modern day training. I think Wilt as is busting a lot of guys, dude. I think he can. Dude, there's 3 guys. When you talk about just strength in NBA history, 3 guys.
Wilt or Giannis? Do you think Giannis is gonna body Wilt?
I think he has a better shot than Duncan does, but no.
Bam's got him.
No, when you
Yeah, you're funny.
when you talk about strength in NBA history, there's 3 guys that come to
Shaq.
mind. There's Shaq, there's Wilt, and then there's Ben Wallace.
Oh, Ben Wallace
Those
is a
are
beast.
those are the 3 just in terms of strength. It's not even a comparison outside of that.
Hold on, you never saw Shaq on the floor.
What's up?
You never ever saw Shaq on the floor, except for when Ben Wallace blocked him.
Yeah,
he had
for
that
sure.
huge block when Shaq was
And
in
that's why you
Miami.
got to put Ben up there.
Yeah,
You know, I think Yao Ming's definitely a little underrated in terms of strength, but he's also like
He's-
what, like 7'6".
yeah. He's also like the
7'6",
biggest guy.
yeah.
He's
You
also
know.
the 3rd biggest guy to ever play in the NBA. So
So that's it, man. I mean, I think if you put Wilt might work on almost any era, bro. Just because who's stopping it? He's just too big. You know,
No,
no,
what,
granted-
7'4", 7'5"?
What's up?
Wilt was
7'4",
Wilt-
right?
I think
Wilt
Wilt
was like
7'1".
7'1".
I think he was 7 feet flat.
Yeah, so I mean,
Connor,
he
you
had
hit us with
height.
that. He had strength. He had the touch.
7-1, baby.
Yeah, 7'1". Man, I'm good.
I have a
Well,
question.
Tim
Hold on,
Duncan
I have a-
score away from the basket too.
He had a midi.
Yeah.
He could shoot a 3 too. He
I
was
don't know.
Every so often, Duncan could hit
It
a 3.
was occasional. I
But
remember.
I have another question.
Hit me with it.
This debate came up over the Inside the NBA on TNT and on Twitter and other social media platforms. Rudy Gobert said that he could body Shaq. Who do you have in that one-on-one? If prime Shaq and prime
Why
Rudy
is this-
Gobert.
Shaq!
I know it's not even a debate, but I saw it online and I had to bring
This
it
is
up.
for Rudy Gobert right there.
Stop it.
That's
Get
what I'm
some
saying.
help.
That's what I'm saying.
Rudy
he's
Gobert-
gonna get flattened by Shaq.
He would. It's not even close.
Shaq's
Why are we even wasting time on this?
'Cause I saw it online, man.
No, I know, but I'm saying like why? Like people have literally like this has been like a conversation that's
Yeah.
been going on. Like why are we wasting time on this? It's not even.
Duncan
Shaq's an
Robinson.
all-time center. Rudy Gobert is a good defensive center. That's about it.
Rudy Gobert is going to be forgotten about in 7 years.
Duncan Robinson is Shaq.
That's a stretch. He's one of the more
He-
dominant defensive big
Yeah,
men.
he'll
of
be
all time.
remembered. He's a 6-time all defense.
We're talking about like
He's-
What is
defensive
he?
big
Like
men.
a 3-time all defensive, 3-time
He's going to
defensive
be
player of the year or
remembered for the
something like
that?
COVID situation more than anything.
That,
Yeah,
was,
that's
that was
true,
great.
too.
That
That's
was
his
great.
legacy, all
Oh,
right?
man.
Being a first seed and not working out
Yeah,
and
yeah,
causing the COVID outbreak of the NBA. Congratulations, Rudy Gobert. You played yourself.
Yo, but
Schmuck of the 20.
can
Schmuck of
Duncan
2020.
Robinson body Shaq? Duncan Robinson's
Oh,
got
if
him, right?
we
Yeah.
had a show back in 2020 when that happened, forget
Rudy
about
Gobert
it.
would be all
I
over
would have
that.
just sent them the plaque. We don't even need to do another show. Just
Yeah.
congratulations, you
Schmuck of the year.
shut down a whole league.
Schmuck of the year.
Good one, buddy.
Schmuck
Him and
the
D.
NBA
Mitch
season.
were the first two teammates.
Yeah.
Then Christian
Well, he's
Wood.
sitting there touching all the mics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that's
Don Mitchell got it, right?
that was
Yep.
the definition of karma. Unbelievable.
Don Mitchell and him,
French.
his relationship got a little strange after that too,
Yeah.
right?
What's this been getting strained because one, he gave him COVID, and two, they can't win. D.
Yeah.
Mitch is out the door. We'll see him somewhere else soon. Here at 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, you were listening to Ant and Mazz in the midday. Fellas, we are getting towards the end here a little bit. Not that much time left. We'll see where the conversation takes us. I forgot where the conversation was
Just a
going.
complete
Absolute
moment of
moment.
silence.
Oh,
We're talking about
man.
Rudy Gobert. And
Yeah, no,
since-
for sure. I mean, like, listen, that relationship is coming to an end. Is there, outside of that, because I think that might be, like, the number one relationship that, like, people want to see, like, break up in the NBA.
D. Mitch and Rudy?
Yeah. Is there, like, another relationship you guys just want to see split?
Let's think. We saw Ben and Joel split. Rudy and D. Mitch next. Who else is on the breakup list? LeBron and AD?
I think it's a little. I think you give them one more
Stop
season.
it. You gotta
Stop
give, you gotta give them one more season.
You give them one more.
Absolutely need to give them one more
But
season.
you know what? I do have a question for everybody here.
Yes.
Say the Jazz keep Donovan.
Not happening, but go ahead.
Say they do.
Yep.
Hypothetically, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Gobert walks. Where does he go?
Well,
Dallas.
You think he goes to? I
Actually
I
would
like
not be
that. I
bad.
like
That'd
that.
be that'd be a pretty good
I
spot
like
for him.
it. You know what? This
both
might
of
be a
their
stretch.
contracts, they're both signed.
I think the Celtics would love him. I just don't know how they make it
No,
work.
we wouldn't.
Neither of them
But
can walk.
you know what I would like? Golden State. I could see them legitimately trying
That
to go
would
get a
be
big man.
scary.
That would be terrifying.
I mean,
You have a defensive anchor in your bigs in Draymond and
How do you make the
Gobert.
money work, though?
It,
They always find a way.
They always
Golden
do
State
find a
always
way.
does.
Always find a way.
Because they
I
got
don't
Boogie to sign for $5 million or something.
He
They
signed
always
for like
find a
3.5.
And,
Kidding me?
And Rudy doesn't have a ring. He will definitely take a pay cut to get a ring.
Oh yeah.
He's made his money.
Well, if
Yep.
it works, because then Boogie tried it, and Kawhi was like, "Sorry, that's mine, actually."
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Boogie
there
was
was
also
injuries
injured
that
for the
happened.
entire
I mean,
year.
Yeah.
KD got his torn Achilles.
Yeah.
Clay got
Clay
hurt that
went
season.
down
Yeah.
in the
Game
series.
5.
ACL,
Clay
yeah.
went down game 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would definitely. Yeah, I'd say Dallas would be heavily keyed in on him.
Well, they're building the Euro League.
The
over
thing
there.
is, neither Rudy or Donovan
They're
can
just gonna
walk.
pick up Danilo Gallinari.
The
And,
Dallas Mavericks.
Why
just
not?
Have,
He's
the Dallas
solid.
Mavericks just have an eye for getting the greatest European players.
Yeah.
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 No, but
all they're really missing is like Arvydas Sabonis from like their.
Hey,
lineup.
they have Frank Tilakina.
they got
I mean,
Arvydas
Nikola
Sabonis' son.
Vucevic.
Sabonis'
Vuce.
son is on the Kings. Just get him. The closest thing they're gonna get.
Dude, imagine if like Jokic and like Doncic on like the same team.
That
Lokic-
would-
That's terrifying.
They would win a
be-
championship 3 years in a row.
Yeah, just give him the trophy already.
Lokic-
Do you think that
Just-
could happen?
Just give him the trophy.
No, the money would not work.
No.
Money would not work.
I mean, you can make the money work, but it'd have to be signing him.
The
in, like,
salary
free
cap would have to get
agency.
raised.
It's gonna go up.
It goes up every year, yeah. Aside from the COVID year, it goes up every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you saw in the NFL there was so many cuts left and right for the season before this last
Now,
one.
here's my question for you, right? Not that it would ever happen, but would you do it? Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray plus picks for Luka Doncic.
They would never do
Ooh.
it.
No.
No,
Never.
I
No.
don't think they would.
No,
Never.
I don't think it would ever happen, but I really want to see it happen.
Luka is
It would be interesting.
untouchable.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's
Yeah.
like
Well,
that
we've
guy.
talked about this. Who
Well,
are
you know that he's leaving. Like, if they can't get anybody to go in there, because Lucas said, like, he wants to win. Like, that's his main objective. If they can't get no one in there, like, you best believe he'll be looking somewhere else. He ain't Dirk, bro. He's not staying there for, 20 years just to
win
get
one.
one.
Yeah.
He's looking to get as many as he can.
Well, Luka is untouchable. We know that.
Yeah.
Who else in the NBA right now is untouchable?
Jason
Giannis.
Tatum,
Tatum is
Giannis.
untouchable. Giannis is untouchable.
Trey Young,
Jokic, Embiid.
Jokic and Embiid, yeah, 100%.
Trey Young.
Borderline.
Borderline.
I don't think Atlanta wants to give him up. Who
Curry?
are they going
Is
to give
Curry
him?
still untouchable?
100%.
Yeah,
untouchable.
100%.
All right, that's what I thought. All right.
I don't know, dude.
Clearly, we know Hart is
D-Book?
touchable because
We
two
know
teams
Book
took
ain't
it.
untouchable no more.
Damian
not after
Lillard's
that
not
perform-
untouchable.
Not after that
Yeah,
performance.
speaking of which, we didn't mention the first team All NBA that just came out.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what?
My boy.
We'll quickly hit that too.
My boy, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum,
Yeah, we
D-Book.
can hit that real quick. I mean, I believe the first team's coming out. It was D-Book and Doncic and
Yeah.
the
Yeah, guards.
D-Book and
front court.
Doncic.
Yeah.
Tatum, Giannis,
Tatum,
Jokic.
Giannis, Jokic. I like it.
I have no
Dog.
problem.
I
I
think
have a
Embiid-
problem. I
Embiid
have a
over Jokic
problem. I have
with the center.
Embiid over Jokic. That's the only problem that I have
All right,
with it.
it's positioned. I get it, right?
No, I have Embiid over Jokic.
No, I know. But let's say, Embiid should be first team. He was even last year. Like,
So who are you knocking out? Tatum?
yeah,
How you feel about that?
yes.
Embiid had a better year than Tatum, bro.
Embiid had a better year than Tatum, but you're going by position.
I think you gotta go.
But that's
with
what he's
position.
saying. He's saying he wants to knock out positions. in
If
first
it's
team.
positionless, I 100% agree with you. Tatum
Put
is a
Embiid at the
second team
full. Put
kind of guy.
Embiid. I don't know. You could say
But-
Embiid's a full. I don't know.
Nah,
whatever.
I like that it's position.
It could be
Yeah.
front court, back court.
Because
you gotta categorize
you got-
guys, man.
exactly.
It's a different playing field.
Giannis and Tatum were the best two guys at their position this year. Remember, Tatum, the first half of the year, the Celtics were terrible. And then we started to get our thing together, and we had the number one defense from, midway through the season up until the start of the playoffs. We had the number one defense.
Tatum better than Luka this year?
No. Oh, God, no. God,
But can
no.
you really
Luka's,
let the second
Luka's
best player in the
unstoppable.
league be second team All NBA?
What's up?
Can the second best player in the whole league this past season be on the second team? Can they really? Does that sound right to you?
Not necessarily, but if that's what
Look,
you're rocking
they
with, that's a
scrapped
position, that's on you.
They scrapped positions in the all rookie teams because they knew they couldn't do that. So they scrapped.
That's just because the rookies just don't.
There's not as many
There's
good
not
ones.
as many guys to go around.
Really, this
you
rookie
know?
year, this rookie class was not that great.
No, but you know
Because
what?
listen, at the end of the day, here's the thing though, right? You can do it into a front court, back
Yeah,
court,
front court, back court
and then
would
it's
work.
basically like
That's how the All-Star game works,
Then
so
you
front court, back
have
court, yeah.
the two spots with Giannis and Jokic and Embiid, and it's like those.
Yeah.
I think Giannis deserves a spot.
Yes.
I had Tatum second team, and then with him DeRozan in the front court because DeRozan played front court this whole year. The guards, it was between Trey, Ja, and Steph. I ended up settling with
I'm
Trey
fine
Young.
with Ja going to the second team.
I
I
Trey-
love Ja.
I had
But
Trey and Ja.
Trey deserved.
Dude, I
Not
thought
third team.
Yeah,
He got
Trey
third
got
team.
third team. I thought he was second
they
team.
didn't win, dude. So it is what it is.
But he was averaging 29 and 9.
Yeah.
And I think he had like the second highest player efficiency rating
The
in the
only
league.
thing against Ja.
Dude, what happened with the Hawks? They went from a 5th seed to like. Did they even make? Yeah, they were.
Didn't
Like,
they
They were
Did
the
they
8th seed against the Heat. The Heat took
Didn't
them
they have
out.
some?
Yeah.
Didn't they have some injuries though?
Yeah, they had a couple of injuries.
Yeah, that was
Bogdan
wild.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, I'm fine
John
with Trey being
Collins.
a
John
third.
Collins was hurt.
Collins was hurt for most of that series.
Cause like here's the thing,
Hunter.
are you gonna who was on the second team for the guards? What is
It was
It was
Steph
Steph
and
and Ja.
Ja.
Do you have Trey over either one?
Steph was
Yeah, I had
underperforming most of the year.
I had Trey over Steph for sure.
Steph was crazy the first month, but then he sort
Honestly,
of fell off.
Let's talk about Ja being third team possibly because here's the thing: he only played 57 games compared to the other guys playing a ton more.
And his team won without him. His team won without
I
him.
could put Ja
He's-
third
I-
team. Yeah,
I think Trey and Steph should have been
Trey.
second.
Yeah, Trey and Steph
Trey
would
and
totally be
Steph should have
second
been
team.
second team.
And then I had
Ja was just the breakout star this year.
yeah,
That's the
100%.
Ja was the most exciting player in all of basketball.
Yes.
You know.
yeah those Steven
Because
Adams
not only
highlights were
was
pretty
he
cool.
not only was he exciting, they were winning.
Yeah,
And
they were
everybody
winning
loves
games.
a winner. That's why they were. If Trey Young was a 4th seed, 5th seed,
Young
probably
would be much
probably
higher.
probably be first team.
I had Towns second team also, but obviously since they put Embiid as a center, so
But that's
that
what
knocked
he is.
back.
That's what he is.
No,
That's
yeah,
what he is.
I know.
No,
But,
Towns
like,
should be third team. I like Trey
I
at
like-
the third team.
I
I
like
think
Towns as
Jokic
third.
should be a second team. Jokic shouldn't have been the MVP. I'll stand by that. He's great. He's top 2 big man, top 3 big man in the NBA right now. Giannis, Embiid, yeah, probably Jokic. I think AD's coming back with a vengeance, and he'll probably drop to 4 for me. But yeah, that's it right
If he
now.
stays healthy.
You know, Cat's circling around like that 5.
KD got second team. I had him third with LeBron. I had him and LeBron third.
I'm
team.
fine with KD going to third team. He missed like 30 games.
But he got second team. He got second team though.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. You know, Braun was second team too.
No,
Bron
third
was
team.
third.
Braun was third team.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I feel like Braun honestly deserves second team over KD.
Yeah, I thought Braun was second team too.
LeBron had a great
Yeah,
year
Braun
without
had-
anybody.
well,
he
I
was
mean-
almost a scoring champ, but he
Yeah.
sat out.
He only played 56
Yeah,
games.
he did
what
that
was
to
it?
save. Like, listen, he knew that guys were gonna be chirping about like, oh, let's be honest, this was just a year that padded stats.
Yeah.
You know. But if I'm him, they're gonna be talking like, I'm not the biggest LeBron guy. I love him because he's on the Lakers right now. I respect him being a top 3 player all the time. All right, but if I'm him, they're gonna talk bad about you no matter what. Get the scoring title, dude. Because
They-
I'm telling you right now, 6 years from now, 10 years from now, when I'm bringing up when the
How many does he have right now? He's 2?
He has 1, I think.
Might be just one. Yeah, might be
Yeah,
just
he has
one.
1 scoring title. I'm telling you right now, I'm bringing that up in a debate against him, and I'll probably
Yo,
be messed up for it, but it is what it
LeBron,
is.
this season for LeBron put him second all time in points. He's just behind
They
Kareem
gave-
now.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, that all-time scoring stuff really don't mean much
Yeah,
to me. 'Cause
Mike
Mike
would've-
could have got it.
yeah.
Kobe, without the injuries, was on his way to do it.
Kobe's
you know.
4, Mike's 5.
But that just also shows how good, how long-lasting Kareem's career
But
was.
here's the
Yeah.
thing, though, right? Like, you look at all that, and Mike still averages 30.1 points per game. And, like, dude, think about that. We'll put up 50-point seasons at times, and Mike averages more points ever.
Well, it's at 7, man.
Yeah.
It's at 7.
But his averages are up because he didn't play as long as Jabbar did, you know. So
Yeah.
they gave CP3 third team.
That is not right.
Dejounte Murray's so slept
It was
on.
just because they were the 1 seed.
dude, they're the 1 seed though, and the
Yeah.
winning has to factor into it. man.
Dejounte Murray's so slept on. I
Yeah,
think
but the
he
Spurs
should.
aren't
But I'm
good.
telling you right now, dude, I mean, honestly, they imploded in the playoffs, but Phoenix was disrespected all year. Like, Devin Booker being on the first team, much deserved.
Yeah, I agree,
Like, dude,
yeah.
at one point, or like I said, I've said this forever. You set the precedent with Nash of giving people their flowers for being the 1 seeds. That's fine. Winning matters. That's what we're all here for at the end of the day. It's to go get the championship, right?
Yes, sir.
So you gotta give these guys their flowers for doing that work. And of course, the whole team's pretty good. That's why you're the 1 seed. But like, if you take CP3 out of that, come on, where are they?
yeah, they're absolutely.
Maybe a
they're-
7th, maybe. You know,
Back to where they were all those
take
years.
Booker out of that. What are they? Maybe a 6th, maybe 7th, 6th. Like, I don't know, fellas.
They gave Siakam third team as well.
That is just
Where did that come from?
crazy.
But who are you really gonna put there?
LeBron, KD.
What? They weren't even on it?
No, they were.
No,
They were.
there was
LeBron was third
Third.
team, and could move
KD
KD back. to
being
them.
a second one is ridiculous, dude. He missed so much. Like, listen, missing a couple games here and there. Like, if you miss the
But
big
when he was there,
argument
he was
I've
dominant,
heard,
dude.
the big
He was
argument
dominant.
I've heard for Embiid not being MVP is that Jokic played more games than him. It was
They
like
had-
5 games, dude.
They had Draymond on the all defensive team. He put 46 games.
Yeah, that's debatable. But I mean, like, who's a better defender than Draymond, though?
Not yeah.
Draymond
deserved first team
Dejounte Murray,
defense.
bro.
Really, on DeJounte Murray here.
I swear he had one of those underrated seasons. If you look,
He was an
look at
all-star.
him. He was an all-star.
He
Yeah,
was.
He got his flowers for that.
that's true.
Most All-Star games, they don't get guys who deserve it in there, so at least he got
At
in
least,
there.
yeah. He could have been all defense and all NBA. He really could have been both.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the kid's good, and he's definitely showing potential. Too bad he's on the Spurs right
Too
now.
bad he's on
and
the
Pop's
Spurs
on his
right
way. Pop's done, right? Like, that's it.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
wrap.
it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Hey, thanks, Pop, for all the years. Really appreciate you. Thank you for making Tim Duncan
Top 3
overrated.
coach
I
of all
really
time.
appreciate
Top 5
just
all
hearing
time.
this
Tim
whole
Duncan.
time.
Doc Rivers, top 15 all
Not
time.
time all time. Stop it.
Doc Rivers, top 15 all time.
Pop is
top
top
5,
three- top
top
three.
3 coach
Top
all
three
time.
all
Top 3
time.
coach. Who'd you put? Red Auerbach?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, number 1.
Then Red Auerbach, then Pop?
I-
Yeah, come on. Red Auerbach was...
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
So, yeah.
That's fine.
How does it feel being the fans of teams that have always have some sort of front office opening, or there's always a coaching search going on?
I don't know.
Is
I
this
mean, you
directed
guys got
towards
the
Mazz as
Godfather.
a Lakers fan?
No, he's
He's
got,
a Lakers fan over
Is
here.
that directed towards him? Because he's
I mean, you had Danny Ainge just like chilling there for ages.
Ever, yeah.
I've had
Thank
Spo
God
and
he got
Riley
the boot.
chilling for quite literally my entire life of being a Heat fan. So, you know what I mean? As a Dolphins fan, I
And
understand.
you
Every 3
still
years,
got to get someone else to come join the Heat.
every 3 years as a Dolphins fan, I watch new guy come in, out, in, out, in, out. Adam
I mean, the
Gase,
Lakers has just been a never-ending cycle these last couple of years. So
Frank Vogel. He was good with Indiana. I remember him leading to the Eastern Conference Finals.
yeah, that's
twice.
fine.
He was nice with the
supposed
Magic,
to be a
too.
defensive coach and didn't implement defense this year. You know,
his Magic teams were solid too.
we'll see what happens here, fellas. But hey, we are coming up on a minute 30 here at Mazz in the midday. 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, the voice of Montclair State. Don't forget. I mean, we're here Wednesdays if you want to come hang out. That's up to you. Free
12
choice.
to 2.
12 to 2, a.k.a. your auntie's favorite sports talk show. You know where to find us.
Yes, sir.
We have a Showmo coming out.
Showmo coming out.
It's
you
getting
know.
ready. It's in the works. Our logo's in the works, too, so get ready for that as well.
Moving on to big things here if they don't throw us off the air before then. You know. But, fellas, thank you for joining us. We want to thank everybody for coming out here, and we'll be back next week. I'll be down in Florida for a little bit, catching that tan, and
You leave tonight, right?
tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Tomorrow morning.
lucky.
Yeah,
Lucky.
be down there for a nice long weekend, and be sure to be watching.
Some NBA playoff action.
By then, the
NBA
Heat will be
playoffs.
in the finals.
We'll
You're
see.
funny. We'll see.
We'll see, man.
We'll see what happens.
Hey.
I'll be watching that series in Florida, so
Watching tonight, 8:30 tonight.
Hey,
I will text Ben at 8:30. Be like, whoever wins wins. Good game.
are you gonna be near Tampa?
no, I'm over by Port.
I was
St.
asking,
Lucie,
go to
completely
Yankees.
opposite.
Go to the Trop.
Yeah, go to Tropicana Park.
I'm just gonna end up at the. Just gonna find a way to end up at the Miami Heat game and just.
Yes.
Dude, that would be insane, bro.
We'll see what happens here, but 9 seconds here.
You won't end up at the
fellas,
Heat game because they won't get to Game 7.
fellas. Anyway, this is it. Everybody, give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Woo!
Thank you, and everybody have a good one.
90.3 WMSC.
Oh my God.
Upper Montclair.